All hail Linda's Bush and the Plan B omelets.
Julius Caesar, BBC keeping it real.
That might change everything now that you mentioned it.
The Great Bretsky 99.
Yeah, I always keep it 100. You always keep it 99.
One tastes like Popeyes, the other tastes like Taco Bell, and one tastes like gefilte fish.
This shout out also goes to my mega pound hole mangria.
And what podcast would that be? That would be The Tripod. Welcome to the Tripod Session, bitches.
Hit that music, mangria.
Now hit that music, Mangria.
Hit that music, Mangria.
Hit that music, Mangeria.
Mangria, hit that juicy.
Hit the music, Mangria. God dang.
From now on, you can count me Lazarus. From now on, you can count me Lazarus. From now on, you can count me Lazarus. From a dead man walk, Lazarus. From now on, you can count me Lazarus. From now on.
Welcome everybody to the After Party Hangover, and these are the Tripod Sessions. We're starting together for once. The crew, the band is back together. We got Julius Caesar, we got the Great Bretsky 99, and I really hope you guys had a good week. We'll start with the Great Bretsky 99. Mr. Busy over here. How has your week been, man? Tell everybody what you've been up to.
Yeah, Mr. Busy. I guess I missed last week, but you got two Jews of the week, 2 in 1. 2 in 1. It was a special night, and I am no longer getting kicked out of hotels for ludicrous reasons. I am back home.
You racist bastard. No.
Yeah, you know me. But you know, it's just been a pretty good week. You know, just kind of chilling. You know, getting some work done. Actually, just earlier today, of course, today being Saturday when we're recording this. Earlier today, met with 2.0 over Zoom for the first time. So that was pretty fun. But and it's become common knowledge to me that Matt Lee does not know how to use technology, so that's pretty fun. But no, it's been great. Been doing a lot of just kind of my own shit and watching the product, staying up to date with the product of After Party Pro Wrestling, available on Mangria Field's YouTube page. Skipped the faux pod this week. Got to catch up on the Tripod, NXT, AEW. Liked AEW this week, so that was fun. Yeah, it's been a pretty chill week. Happy to be back with all you boys. Happy to be starting on time all together.
I did hear the shout out on the show rules. They shouted you out. Big Brit.
Yes.
Julius Caesar, how was your week, my friend? Good, bad, scale of 1 to 10?
No, it was pretty good this week, man. Shit flew by. Completely flew by. Been a pretty good week. Like I said, got out of work early, hanging out, chilling, and ready to talk some wrestling with you boys here tonight.
Let's do it. Folks, it's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Beth is still flicking that glamour bean, thinking of Index. The Labors of Jericho kicks off tonight, Chapter 3. Chris Jericho versus Hoovy. The juice is loose. Guerrera has returned to action. MJF joins on commentary. I saw a sign in the audience that said MJF likes fish sticks. That made me laugh. He rips up, I don't think it was that sign, but he rips up a sign before he goes to the commentary table. For their age, these two put on a decent match. I mean, maybe Hoovy shouldn't be doing luchador stuff in the future. MJF telling Tony to shut up and berating him, says he will sock him and call him an old fart. MJF claims nobody can beat him clean in the ring. They say John Moxley. After the hell Jericho went through last week, this type of match was, best case scenario for him. Jericho rips Hoovy's mask. What a garbage person, MJF says. Jericho cleverly turns an avalanche hurricanrana into the walls, stumbling but still counts. Jericho wins with diving Judas effect and then proceeded to get jumped by Wardlow. Wardlow fucking F10s Hoovy with ease. Knee to Jericho's face. MJF announces the fourth labor will be Jericho versus Wardlow. MJF will be in Wardlow's corner, and then JR says, "Ref MJF." A fan was flipping MJF off the entire time when he was doing his fucking promo. That was pretty fucking sweet. Bretsky, since you were gone last week, kick it off, buddy. What'd you think of the opening contest of AEW? No, that doesn't work. AEW.
Yeah, it doesn't have a good ring to it. But no, I mean, I think I agree with you. I mean, for what it was good. I mean, like, I didn't when I heard this, I was like, oh, that's cool. They got Hoovy back. That's pretty cool. I mean, obviously, when I didn't really grow up watching Juventud Guerrera versus Chris Jericho, I wasn't really alive.
Juice. You call that man the juice.
All I want, by the way, is for them to go back on Wednesday versus Wednesday and Odyssey Jones and Juventud Guerrera to be on the same fucking time on the same channel. So OJ and the Juice are on at the same time.
Oh god, that'd be so good.
But no, I mean, I wasn't expecting anything phenomenal. I mean, I didn't know if the Juice, if Hoovy was like even doing anything for the past like 20 years. So the fact that he came out and he was in good look, he was in good shape. Like, props to him. He could still, I mean, he wasn't moving obviously as he used to, but he was still moving around and doing like the motions. It was still really cool. I mean, it was really more of like a nostalgia act than anything, especially after the Gage match, which was brutal. This match, of course, not sponsored by Domino's. And you know, it was good. It was nice, and also it was a big ratings draw for them because I mean, you see Juventud Guerrera versus Chris Jericho, and you're gonna get some people to watch. It's like, oh, I remember that back in the day. And I know for a fact that it was a big ratings draw for them. But no, I mean, for what it was good. It was a nice little nostalgia thing. It was a nice little breather from the past two, because the one with Spears was good and kind of brutal. And then you get to last week, which is, I mean, brutal is an understatement. So it was nice. And it was a good, nice little fun way to open the show with some little nostalgia. And then, you know, MJF on commentary gets better every week. And he's always been good on commentary and on the mic, but he's just so fucking good. And Shivani just being so mad at him. Like, also, Excalibur said something funny at the beginning when they're like, oh, I drew the short straw this week. You know, MJF's next to me, the chair. I think it was rigged. And Tony's like, yeah, I think it was. And he goes, Tony, you're the one who gave us the straws.
Girls. He's like, you damn right, buddy.
You're damn right, I did. But no, I mean, it was good. And Wardlow, I noticed that too, because when MJF's like, oh, I'll be with him. I'll be in Wardlow's corner. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then MJR said it was the ref. And I'm like, wait, did JR fuck up or did MJF fuck up? Like, which one?
One of them said that he's the ref.
Yeah, JR said he's the ref. And I'm like, did MJF like mess up on his promo? Then you find out later that like he's like an enforcer or whatever. Like
well, later they throw up the graphic that says MJF at ringside.
Yeah.
On the graphic. So it's all kinds of fucking confusing.
But now I just want MJ ref to be a shirt. That's all I want.
Nice.
These are thoughts on the opening contest of AEW. Oh shit!
Opening contest of AEW.
That's weird. That's a really zoomed in piece of shit right there.
The opening contest of AEW was great until one spot. You don't have Juventud hit like a kind of tornado DDT, instantly hit the Hoovy driver, and Chris Jericho kicks out in two. You just don't. It's the same thing I complained about in the Shawn Spears match. You can't have him take a chair shot to the face, get hit with the C4, and then he kicks out in two.
But I propose this as a counter real quick. Shawn Spears in the prime of his career. Juventud Guerrera, when's the last time he was on TV and he wrestled anywhere? So you have the ring rust argument, to be fair.
Okay. You could have, but they're both the same age. And at one point they were both like the same star rating or whatever. But like he literally hit a tornado DDT and then instantly hit the Hoovy driver. It's literally crown of his head, kick out in two. I mean, we talk about it all the time. You got to respect the finisher. I'd rather him get out of the Hoovy driver, hit the tornado DDT, get out of the Hoovy driver, and then keep the match going that way, as long as he didn't hit him with the finisher, versus hitting him with it. It's like you literally just wanted to have that call of, oh, he spiked him with the DDT, and there it is, the Hoovy driver. 1, 2, no, Jericho kicks. It's literally like you just wanted to have that call. That's the only reason that spot went down in that match, just to have that call to hype the match through.
Ceizar mentioning this really makes me think how mad Ceizar must have been when Mox got defeated by getting hit in the head with the microphone.
I was mad. It's the stupidest finish ever.
You guys got him started. We're going to be here for another 2 years.
No, the bomb thing going off in the ring was the stupidest shit ever. But no, yeah, a fucking microphone. Like motherfuckers living through death matches and eating chairs and heat seekers, and it's a microphone that takes them out. They fucking got slammed into heat fans. Nope. I'm gonna eat that shit. Steak dinner, good. Microphone. Poof. Yeah, I'm done. Fucking microphone. Yeah, I would rather you not do a finisher than do it that way. That's the only real gripe I had about it. We all knew he was going to do a Judas effect off the top to win. I mean, he just had to do a move off the top to get the pin. So not only did he hit him with one Judas effect, he did one off the top to win. I could call that spot. But yeah, my only gripe is protect the finisher, as we always say.
What are your thoughts on the fourth labor of Jericho?
We all knew it was going to be Wardlow as well. At some point, Wardlow was going to get a chance to fuck up Chris Jericho. So I think probably Guava Juice will come out and hit MJF so that Jericho can hit Wardlow with the bat and the Judas effect. And if Wardlow take the Judas effect and gets pinned for the 1, 2, 3, turn this shit off. Seriously, turn this shit off. That guy's way too big and buff. I mean, it took Cody a fucking moonsault off the top of the cage to put him away. And then he's going to lose by a Judas effect out of nowhere to Jericho. Like, get the fuck out of here.
If they do pull some fuck shit with MJF as the ref, I could see like a Stone Cold situation where he Judas affects MJF, Judas affects Wardlow, pins Wardlow, gets MJF's hand. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3,
like, yeah. That's and he's either gonna count it or Sammy's gonna come out and steal MJF's shirt after you Judas effect him and count for Jericho. And then that's just gonna go 1, 2, 3. Or it'd be fucking Skibone from the announcer desk just to piss off MJF. He's gonna come out there and count his hand to 3.
Did you see Tony just like jumping down the fucking ramp, like we're sprinting down?
I gotta go, JR. I gotta go. Come on, Jericho.
Where are you going, Tony?
Up next, the Lucha Bros are interviewed. Sans Pac, Andrade, and Chavo interrupt. They want the Lucha Bros to work for him, of course. Penta says no.
No.
Tony with the
Dark
Dark Order. Hangman walks in. Hangman basically breaks up with them. Evil Uno says, give him his space. Give him his space. We get. I'm not gonna take this away from Brexy. So hold on. Ceizar, what were your thoughts on the Lucha Bros interview or the Hangman breaking up with Dark Order?
Well, once again, these guys are having interviews and are very, very baby oil greased up. What are you baby oil greased up for?
Oh, the Lucha Brothers?
Yeah. Oh, as well as Beth Phoenix all greased up. Like, I get it, you're gonna wrestle on dark. But this was at like 8:30. So that means you have to wait till 10. Why are you sitting around an hour and a half of baby oil just for that shit to dry? For you to put that shit back on and go out there and wrestle in front of a crowd at dark, probably. Like, why are these guys baby oiled up at like 8:15 in the afternoon? They're just gonna go back and sit in the locker room and eat some chicken and some pollo loco. Like, I don't understand the baby oil budget. I don't understand why they're so baby oiled up out of nowhere. Like, put a shirt on. Just having it backstage. You see Andrade's in a suit. He's not baby oiled up in some tights. He's sitting there in a suit, looking good. Chavo's being Chavo, thinking about tacos and women's wrestling, trying to get his Netflix game back. Fuck out. And I don't know what the other cracker does. He's just a cracker. But yeah, just why are you guys baby oiled up at 8:30 in the afternoon? That's all I need to know.
And Hangman breaking up with the Dark Order?
Sad, sad day. Sad, sad day.
Hey, pour one
Anna
out.
Jay will get him back. Anna Jay will come and then she'll get him back.
Pour one out, Ceizar. No, Bretsky.
Not wasting alcohol on Hangman. Fuck that.
Comment on the Lucha Bros interview, Hangman breaking up with the Dark Order, and then lead in to the tag match.
Yeah, so we kind of like expected it, and I like how they kind of went about a different way of like we were supposed to have Pac here, but like there were travel issues. Like that's kind of weird. We didn't like that's kind of because you had the insinuation that Pac did it by himself, but then they're like, nah, it was obviously this fucking guy. Then Andrade walks in and Chavo kind of jogs and sprints in. It was but it was good. I mean, I think it was clever. Alex Abrahantes wins me over every week. Like it was funny, like stupid funny at first, like with the Penta says, but it's gotten into I'm getting into it. Like it's gotten pretty good. Like especially like the Penta says no, like that was funny. Like it was clever. But no, this is good. I think that like obviously they had the Seidel match as like the first match for Andrade, like to showcase him, get the easy win over a top 5 ranked guy. But I think this is a good feud for him to have because it's not really. It's really showing the characters. Like that's a big problem in just not just AEW, but any wrestling ever. It's like a relative, like for the most part, like lack of like more of a defined like end goal or end game. It's like just guys being dudes and girls being girls and wrestling. So it's nice to see like Andrade like showing a character motive and the Lucha Bros showing a character motive and Pac showing a character motive. So it's nice to see that. It's kind of refreshing. Speaking of refreshing, we get to the beer man of AEW himself, Hangman Adam Page. This is good, and it comes into play later in the night because I think that this is going to cause a dissension in the Dark Order that I've wanted since they unfortunately were forced to turn babyface. Because I guess we'll kind of, it's not spoiling because if you're watching this, unless you're Matthew, JH, or Jake, then hopefully you've seen it already. Shout out to the Fudger Club. You can go fuck yourselves. He said it, not me. And they came out and Grayson and Uno were like, no, let him fight. And everyone else was like, no, we got to fight for him. So I think this is really good storytelling. It's kind of making me take Hangman seriously again. Make Hangman serious again. That's new merch. Make Hangman serious again.
Red hat coming soon.
But no, it was good. I mean, again, more development, more character development. It's getting away from he has a fear of losing. Oh, he's just like you and me, to now I want to do this on my own. It's a classic trope in wrestling, but it works. So I'm happy with it. And then yes, of course, up next was the trios tag of John Moxley, Eddie Kingston, and Darby Allin with
Your mother.
not just with your mother, but with Sting as well, against the new recruits to All Elite Wrestling of 2.0, Matt Lee and Jeff Parker, along with Daniel Garcia, who's apparently this really highly touted rookie, I guess, in wrestling. I enjoyed the hell out of this, like, and not just because I'm doing work with 2.0. I thought it was good. It was a good way. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see the promo that they cut on Twitter where they announced that they were signed and they were calling them out. But it's basically them just like, yeah, we're signed. We're here. We're going to call out the biggest fucking dogs in the park. And it's Mox, it's Kingston, and it's Darby. And it's true. I mean, they're three of the faces of the company. So it's a great, especially with Sting there, following Hoovy and Jericho. It was a really good, for once in wrestling, the number 2 spot was a good spot to be in. You had the viewers left over from, and I know this for a fact from looking at the numbers, they had the viewers left over from the opening match, and they got a lot of viewers. And from everything I'm seeing, 2.0 on Twitter is trending. Like, they are getting really over. And so, like, you see the signs in the crowd. There are actually a decent amount of signs in the crowd too. So, I mean, it was a good match too. I mean, it wasn't
was at the doors handing them out. Just hold it. Just
put it up. But no, I mean, it was fun. It was cool for me to see, just because, I mean, I'm talking with these guys every day to helping them out with social media and all this other stuff. And like, I can say from firsthand experience that they deserve the hell out of it. I mean, they legitimately are putting in the work and putting in the effort, and they care about doing it. So I'm happy as hell for them. I respect the hell out of them for doing it and getting there. But no, it was legitimately, no, all bias aside, a good match. I mean, Gria, you probably in your echelon of notes have the specifics and who hit who with a Hurricane Rana and who hit who with the DDT.
It's Arugi.
Eddie Kingston with an Enzarugi, actually, which stunned the hell out of me.
Mother.
But no, it was good. I mean, there was good, like, it makes sense for them to have lost because it's their first match there, and these three fucking guys. But it's good, and I know next week we're having Daniel Garcia versus Darby Allin, because it's obviously not true, because Mox was just fucking with him. But he's like, oh, well, it took Mox's finisher and your finisher to beat me. All right, it's going to be you and me. So it sets up things going forward. Of course, the moment, are you the real Sting? And then he got clocked. I mean, from what I've been told, that was 100% real, and he was knocked clean. His head was knocked clean off. But no, like, that's a GIF that's getting over. That's getting retweets, quote tweets, regrams, all this other shit, reposts. So they're getting themselves over. Every one of them got over. Every one of them is in a better position for it. They got the faces an easy win, and the heels, debuting heels, got to show who they are if you don't know them, and they get to remind you who they are if you did know them from somewhere else. And all the more power to them. And they have a good lineup for feud. They actually have a good first footing. Like, they got offense in, they did shit. So I thought it was really good.
Well, young Bretsky, you are correct. It was Daniel Garcia and the debuting 2.0 versus Mox, Eddie, your mother, and Darby with his grandpa. Darby with the weird ass old school cartoon Tron, by the way. Did you notice that? That was like
yeah, that Tron sucks.
So it was So terrible. Excalibur
The
mentions
one thing I didn't like about this.
Excalibur mentions that Eddie and 2.0 have rumbled all over the country, including Canada. So Kingston and 2.0 have history. You want to take a swing at me? He got his line in with his fucking shirt. I thought that was funny. Eddie lights him up. A well-placed distracted chop block gives 2.0 the advantage heading into commercial picture. Eddie is kept away from his tag partners as 2.0 and Daniel cut the ring in half. They continue to work on Eddie's leg. All right, hold on. Let me pause right here. All right, Bretsky. So I'll admit, NXT, they have this horrific looking tag team in horrific looking gear. They have a horrific name, Everrise. I was just like, meh, the whole time, meh, meh. But then we get now it's Bretsky Damas over here calling the shots, picking people out, saying these guys are talented. These guys are talented. So they get released. And then Bretsky mentions the show rules on YouTube, which I believe they've had for a while, right? Or did it just started when they got released?
Well, because they had been doing the Saturday mornings with WWE, and then they kind of started up their own YouTube once it got released.
So I was just completely turned off from the beginning from these guys. But as soon as they were released, as soon as the show rule started, I started investigating. Bretsky gets involved with these guys, so I want to support Bretsky. I'm watching this show, follow them on Reddit. These guys are extremely likable. They're funny, they're charismatic, and then they debut in AEW. And I gotta say, 2.0 is looking a lot more motivated now that they are all elite. I liked it. I liked this match a lot. These guys had a good showing. Like you said, they took on some legends, got noticed. While distracting the ref and preventing the hot tag for Eddie, Mox gets all worked up and tosses Daniel into the event staff that was sitting by the railing. Matt Lee gets face-to-face with Sting, and Darby suicide murders him on the outside. Very well-timed, very well-executed, and Darby stands up like Batman and shit. Like, he's like posing like he's all badass, like right afterwards. Mox tagged in, cleans house, paradigm shift, Darby coffin drop, 1, 2, 3. Interesting note that I saw, Mox, Eddie, and Sting and Darby get their arm raised, but Sting did not want to steal their thunder, pulls his arm away when he was getting his arm raised, and then he has the ref hold Darby's and lift Darby's arm. I thought it was pretty cool. Ceizar, what did you think of the debuting 2.0?
Yeah, I thought they were all right. Wait, didn't Eddie hit a spinning back fist before the paradigm shift, or was it just during?
Yeah,
no, I think he wait, was it that, or I think he missed one earlier to one of them.
Yeah, but he definitely hit somebody with one.
Yeah, he landed it eventually.
So yeah, it took all 3 of their finishers in. So he hit the spinning back fist into the paradigm shift. What the fuck kind of paradigm shift was that? That cracker lifted that fool like 12 feet in the air. And just
it was a suplex.
Yeah. I was like, what kind of paradigm shift is this? Then Darby hit that coffin cracker. Yeah, no, I wasn't mad at the match. I mean, if they're back in Daly's place, where's the fucking snow machine? How come this asshole, every time he comes out, he's got fucking snow? You paid for this snow machine. He's got fucking snow. Then you're on the road. You don't take down the snow machine from Daly's place. And then the cracker comes back to Daly's place. There's still no goddamn snow. Where's the goddamn snow?
No, Ceizar, they spent all their budget buying all the WWE guys that were just released.
Oh, so there's no more. They don't have water. It's a goddamn snow machine. They can't put water in it.
The door open for all the WWE guys.
You can go to Harris Teeter.
I think it's because they didn't do Sting's entrance.
Water bottles for $8 and just put it in the snow machine.
Well, I think it's only because they didn't do Sting's entrance. I think if they did Sting's entrance, it might have been snow.
No, he's had snow when he's come out with Darby before.
Has he?
Yeah. A couple of
you're
times.
right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know he does it when he comes out for his dog shit promos because he's just happy to be there, yelling "woo" and cracking shit like that. But I mean, there's been snow. Where the fuck is snow? I want Christmas in July and August, you fuck boys. Give me my fucking snow. It's fucking 89 degrees outside with 120% humidity. I want some fucking snow. If I see this old fuck, I want some snow.
There's your title, Mangria. Give me some fucking snow.
Some fucking snow. Some bullshit.
Sticks, rewind to the beginning of this episode. I want a crack account I want to crack a count, to get a tally. I want to know how many crackers have been dropped during this episode. I got a couple in my notes, by the way.
If I'm mad, the
20
crackers
minutes.
start flying. Crackers fly when I get hot. No, this actually was a good match. I thought it was gonna be some shit. So I did get on the old TikTok at the beginning of this. I was like, oh, these gotta run through these fuck boys. They pulled my attention back. I was like, okay, we got a little match going on here. We got a little match. Okay, crackers, you get to wrestling instead of just entertaining. And all right, so now I'm actually gonna watch their YouTube shit because I ain't gonna lie, I didn't watch any of it. I forgot.
I don't know if you get to see the picture-in-picture.
Subscribe to everything Bretsky said, and I just haven't watched 1 second of content. Sorry, what?
2.0 had some excellent teamwork during the commercial picture-in-picture. I wish that would have been on the main screen, but it was pretty good.
I did watch that promo beforehand that they put out, and I thought that was a good promo, the one they cut in the back. When they brought old boy, I was like, oh, okay, this is really good. All right, so I was like, all right, they're going to be a little angry, a little pissed off, as it should be. They got a chip on their shoulder. They got to prove themselves. I was like, they know how they were going to book them. You know, you never know how somebody's going to book somebody when they come in. But no, I thought this was a good match. Yeah, Bretsky called it right. This is probably one of the only times where the second match was great booking following the first match. Well, you know, I was just already upset at the end of the first match. So this match did bring me back up, except for the fucking snow. What the fucking snow?
Well, I will say also real quick, just knowing I believe this has been on one of their because their live show. They do a live show every Thursday night. Called Behind the Show. They kind of just like talk about a different topic. And I think their first one, they were talking about what the plan was because they were still in talks with WWE when they got before it got released. I think they were planning like a cookout for the Great American Bash, like for like a pre-show or something like that. And from what they said, the plan was for them to keep losing and slowly turn face and become like the lovable underdog faces in NXT. And that's what their plan was initially, which makes sense because they're entertaining guys. You know, you never really got to see them wrestle in
that
NXT.
Fucking house shit was calling that crack a burger top dollar king or Burger King. Oh my god, that shit was cool.
They still call him Dollar King too.
They still call him Dollar King. That shit was fucking funny.
But yeah, so then obviously you get the release, and so it's really cool seeing them now. Like, if you follow if you say that they're the same characters from NXT to here, like if you want to draw that line, then it's really cool to see. It's like, okay, they were the underdogs. They were like getting in line. They were starting to get over with the crowd. Then they got released. They're like, oh, fuck you, crowd. Fuck you guys. We're gonna go after your top guys, and we're gonna actually, you know, get in the ring for more than 2 seconds and lose to Top Dollar. So I think it's also really cool to see. I mean, obviously I have the bias, but I think it's really cool to see.
Well, stay tuned to Dark Elevation and Dark because they will probably be getting their wins on those shows.
There.
Up next,
quick question: the Crackers in the Matt Hardy compound, aren't they called like TH2? Now these guys are 2.0. Didn't we always discuss this? How like there's a lot of people and teams that their names just rhyme and sound together. Like, why are they called 2.0? Like, if you're a casual fan, especially new to AEW, and you're a fucking marks on Twitter who don't watch WWE, how would you correlate to what their name means as 2.0?
They and I get what you're saying, but only because I happen to know. They explained that actually on the Behind the Show last week or on Thursday because someone asked about why their name was.
But if you didn't know them from
of course,
WWE,
yeah. No,
you wouldn't know that they have their own, because they haven't really mentioned that either. Yeah.
No, of course, yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, I happen to know, again, if anyone of the 2 people who listen to this, besides me and Ceizar, who have it on loop, if you're interested, you know, the show rules on YouTube. They have Behind the Show. I believe it was last Thursday. They explained it because someone asked, like, why 2.0. So there was actually legitimate reasoning for it. I can't remember off the top of my head, but no, I totally get what you're saying. Like TH2 2.0, Christian Cage, Brian Cage, Hangman Page.
And I'm still kind of annoyed that the announcers knew exactly who they were.
That's
He didn't try to play it off. Oh, they're here. They are 2.0. Nigga, how did you know? How did you know? They just got signed. How the fuck did you know? Like, you can't even hype it up a little bit to be like, who's these young starts? Oh, I got a note here. They're called 2.0. Like, nothing like that. You just instantly know who they are and what they represent.
Up next,
Sorry, man,
absolute
I digress.
Start video package with Team Taz and Brian Cage, and who gives a fuck? The Super Elite celebrating backstage. Is there no one else? As one of the cucks were spinning a basketball on their fucking fingertip. They keep telling Brandon Cutler to shut up. They tell Brandon then to cut down the net. Up next, Christian Cage versus The Blade, because this is a sizzling feud that everybody was on the edge of their seats for.
Mm-hmm.
Fight starts on stage. Christian tosses Blade into the ring. He uses his shirt to clothesline Blade. Bunny attempts to get in Christian's face to distract, but Christian knows better than that. While perched on the top rope, Bunny then grabs Christian's leg. Then the Russian Munchkin for the save. Commercial picture-in-picture. Blade takes control. Christian dives off the very top turnbuckle onto Blade to the outside. He gets the "You Still Got It" chance. He then gets Blade in the corner, 15 corner-mounted punches, followed by kicking the middle rope, hurting Blade's prick. Blade counters Tornado DDT, rips off the top turnbuckle to distract Ref, tries to knuck Christian, but Christian spears Blade for the win.
Dumbass Blade.
Ceizar, do you want to comment on Team Taz, the Super Elite segment, or you want to go straight to the Christian Blade match?
Team Taz, who cares? Super Elite. Yeah, I don't care. They're taking this basketball thing too far. Only one of them does basketball trick shots, and that's Forehead Jackson on BTE, which I still haven't watched in like 3 weeks. So who cares? Yeah, Brandon Cutler's funny. That's it. Who cares? All right, yeah, straight to the match. You gotta give this Nuck shit up. Because you're fucking it up. The disrespect to my NXT general manager, William Regal. The Blade loses his nuts every fucking week. How many pairs of nuts he gonna keep buying? Keeps losing them every week. William Regal maybe lost the nuts once. Or somebody else just bought their own nuts. William Regal ain't losing no nuts. He was knucking the fuck out of hoes. Sounds like a fucking hood trap song. Knuck if you buck, motherfucker. That was William Regal out here in these streets. Knucking the shit out of hoes. Getting them dubs. Getting them European Intercontinental titles everywhere. Just crack a Blade. Ain't doing shit but losing it every week. Then he got kicked in the dick, so he can't fuck the bunny after the show. Then Christian out here, outworking everybody, just slapping hoes with the longest kill switches ever. Like they ain't gonna kick out of that shit. Man, you need to learn how to snap that shit quicker. Holding the arms out like this, trying to turn them. If he hits it, it's over, JR. You gotta turn his dumb ass around. It takes 5 minutes to hit a goddamn kill switch. Goddamn, you gotta snap them arms around quicker. Match was all right. So I guess, yeah, Blade still, I guess Blade feuding with Christian now. Well, Matt Hardy still feuding with Christian, and then still feuding with OC. You can't knuck nobody. He's losing knucks every week. It was all right. Nothing to complain about. Let Christian get on TV. That's what he wants to do. I ain't mad at him.
Couple things. The Blade goes to Costco and buys the nuts in bulk. If he keeps using the nuts, they're gonna have to change his fucking name to the Nuck, because he ain't using the blades.
Yeah, he ain't sharp.
And big shout out to NXT General Manager Regal. When he knucks somebody, he just put him right back in his fucking chonies.
Right back in the trunk.
Back in his chonies, and then he fucking pins them and wins the matches.
That's the whole match.
But Bretsky, you have the Team Taz video package, a Super Elite cutting the net, and Christian Cage versus the Nuck.
You calling him the Nuck now?
God damn, man. That's such a terrible name.
That's all he does. I don't even know his real finisher. He just goes for nuts and loses. I got no clue.
Bunny puts her tits out and he just pins them.
He just pins, yeah. That should be a real finisher. Pulls the tits out, the cracker gets nuck, and then he gets pinned.
Yeah, I'm not saying
I wouldn't be mad at it.
I'm not saying I'd be mad.
I'd pay for a seat for that. I'd pay for a seat for that.
But yeah, so I guess the Team Taz, whatever. I mean, Brian Cage it was weird. He's like, I never asked you to be my manager, but how else would he be your manager?
Yeah, I didn't ask for the FTW title. Couldn't get a real title.
So I mean, it was like fine. Like it progressed the story, and like the match will be good between him and Ricky, or him and Hobbs, or him and Hook. Even I don't know.
Better not Brian Cage. Everybody else better.
I mean, whenever you see, maybe it speaks to the way that Cage has kind of been portrayed, or the way Top Dollar has been portrayed. Whenever I hear who better or whatever that, like I automatically think of Top Dollar, because you know, it's like who hotter than Top Dollar, even though it's who hotter, not who better.
Nada.
Like I think of him, not Cage. But no, I mean whatever. Ricky Starks can turn anything into gold.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind it.
Oh, that should be a shirt. Who better starts better?
Yes.
He wore that shirt out to the ring. Like a who better shirt, and it says Ricky
Ceizar,
Starks.
do Ricky Starks' pose.
Love that dumb shit.
Oh, it's great. He's so over the top. It's so much fun.
So over the top, man. This dude was great, even though he got smoked by Cody in his first match. But when he came out, I was like, this guy's gonna be a fucking star. I don't know who this guy is. I had to go and I had to research him and look him up. I was like, oh man, this guy's awesome.
Same here. Yeah, he hooked me. I get it hooked.
Bold statement. You take The Rock, you take Shawn Michaels. That's Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks?
Yeah. Yeah.
Young,
You ain't lying.
the young
Yeah.
Rock and Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels. Yeah. Arrogant, great on the mic.
The
Now
man,
we need is for
Dumb poses and great in the ring.
now we need is for Ricky Starks to just beat the shit out of Rank Cage with 6-7 unnecessary headshots with a chair, and then he'll be The Rock.
He'll be The Rock. He'll be The Rock. Break his back on a coffin fighting Darby.
Then what was next? The
up next
African-
was Super Elite cutting the net.
yeah, okay. They spent like $20 on the jerseys and want to get some more use out. I mean, I didn't like it the first time I did it, and I didn't like. I mean, this time was slightly better. Omega wearing a Cookie Monster T-shirt, and not only wearing it then, but wearing it again out to the ring. It was like, I want to take you seriously because you're the world champion. Please, for the love of God, you can be funny, have humor, have entertainment value. For the love of God, don't wear a Cookie Monster T-shirt, please. Like, I'm just asking that. That's all I can. Just if you keep everything else but never wear that Cookie Monster T-shirt again, I'll be happy. But no, whatever. I mean, I'm getting more into them just beating this shit, verbally berating Cutler. Like, again, Cutler trying to like get his piece in. I'm getting more into that. But then again, like, I don't know. It's weird. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna give myself a headache. I like their matches most of the time, but come on. And then so I guess also that sets up that next week it's going to be the Impact World Title tag titles, Uno and Grayson versus Gallows and Anderson. It gets set up here, which fine, that'll be a good match.
Yeah,
I guess we'll see what the interference is like if Hangman's out there, Kazarian, whatever. That'll be good. That'll be a good match though. And then we get to the match. I still don't. It's what I said. Not last week. I don't remember what week I said it was recently. I like whenever like a tag team, one of the guys gets hurt, they push the other one like randomly, weirdly, like always. And this is the case with Blade. I mean, nothing against Blade, but like he came out like, oh, he's a technical master. I'm like, is he?
Is he really?
I've never like seen him. Like he could be. I can't say I've seen him do anything technical.
He was doing mostly striking.
Yeah, I was like, he's like two technical wizards, and I'm like, Christian, yeah, but I've never seen Blade do. I mean, he could be for all I know, but I've never seen him do it.
Yeah, because him and Butch usually just beat the fuck out of people.
Yeah, they just brawl.
They're all power and brawl. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that was weird. Like, and again, like, nothing against Blade. Like I'm like I actually the Butcher and the Blade as performers and like in ring grew on me. They started getting better more as they got more matches. And like I know like Butcher started getting like in better shape and like it got better. So nothing against the Blade, but it's just weird seeing how like always he got like 7 wins in a row on Dark, and now he's in a singles match for a title or as in a high up position. So it's just weird for me. I think he's like 17-4, which I'm like, how the fuck is he 17-4? Good lord!
And he's only lost to Orange Cassidy and Christian.
Yeah, I'm like, what the?
It's dark, man. Dark and Dark Elevation, but we both don't see.
It was like a fine match, but like I just don't get like, why not have like Mark Quinn or like that reminds me. You know how they always change. We've noticed this how like they keep updating the intro package. To the show. They have yet to update one thing, and that is Private Party, because they are still face Private Party pre-Matt Hardy in the old gear. And I really want to see
them. They don't have any footage of them in real clothes.
I want to see them in the club outfit. It's gonna, but no, why not have Mark Quinn, who's like had the matches with fucking who was it, Cody, in the open challenge, something like that, where you know that they can go, but like they're also a tag team guys. Like I think that would be better. Yeah, they're doing it with Angelico and they're doing it with Blade. So I mean, it's just interesting. But it was a fine match. It wasn't horrendous. Christian still got it. Obviously, I'm happy to see
Yeah,
him
and he
back.
can still
Always
carry.
happy.
He can still carry a match. So
Yeah, always happy to see Christian back wrestling. It warms the old heart to see him wrestling.
More Christian news later.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's I just don't understand why it's played. That's all it really is. I don't have a problem with it, but I don't understand why.
We got 2 Tony segments to get through here, gentlemen. But first, Santana and Ortiz FTR video package. I was not aware Cash got his fucking forearm ripped open during the goddamn match. Of course, Santana and Ortiz say this is not over. We get the first of 2 Tony in-ring interviews with the good doctor, Dr. Britt Baker, D-M-A-D, with Rebel, not Reba. Doctor with cast on her right arm, then straight out of Yo Mama's Kitchen, Red Velvet interrupts. Red is not
very revealing
color,
dress.
Red Velvet says. Red Velvet wants the AEW Women's Championship. Apparently her record, guys, is 22-4. Holy shit. With 7 straight wins. The championship match is made for the debut of Rampage. Rebel tries to attack Red but fails. The Doctor kicks Red's leg and then curb stomps her, followed by a crutch strangled. Of course, the crowd, very pro-Doctor. After this, Andrade and Chavo are found. They found someone to work for them. It's Fuego del Sol. Shine his shoes, Chavo says. And Fuego just fucking gets attacked. The second Tony segment is Tony in ring with Hangman. The Super Elite interrupt. Omega calls Hangman a tryhard.
Just like the people.
Says the Elite does not have losers in their group. Hangman offended, attacks, but the numbers game wins. Dark Order tries to help, as Bretsky's referenced earlier, but Uno and Stu, don't call me Dick Grayson, holds them back. The cuts multiple BTE triggers to Hangman, and then the Elite Hunter tries to help. Frankie then gets jumped. They throw the basketball at him when they were attacking him on the outside. I thought that was pretty funny. Omega clobbers Hangman with the AEW title. All right, Bretsky, your thoughts on the unfortunate injury Cash suffered in that tag match last week?
Yeah, I didn't realize it either, but if it gets some fighting more, I'm all for it. And I guess he's healthy and okay, but it just adds more. It's a blood feud now for legitimately.
Literally.
Yeah. So I'm for it. I mean, these are the risks you take. It was ugly to watch, especially like, that's not a good place to get injured. But no, hopefully he's okay. Glad he's okay. And it adds more fuel to the fire. And we all know that Uncle Dax on the stick. Oh, Uncle Dax on the stick and on the keyboard is phenomenal. So more Uncle Dax fired up promos. What was next? Was the good doctor?
Next was the doctor segment in the ring.
I love how Tony is a babyface for everyone except for Britt Baker. It's incredible. How like when they were all in the ring and Red Velvet came out and like she's like, I could beat you, and Tony just goes, no.
You see the look on Tony's face. I always pay attention to his expressions. He's like, oh.
Yeah. It's great because anyone else would be like, yeah, beat that pompous person. He calls MJF like a scumbag. Like,
scumbag all the time.
It's the doctor. Everyone loves the doctor. But no, this is good. I mean, it was funny because I believe it was 2K20. The story mode, like the character story mode, it was the pre-given names, and the female wrestler was Red. And I remember like thinking, that's a stupid name. Like, who the fuck? And then she called her Red, and I'm like, oh my God, yeah, it sucks. Like, Red Velvet is a name, whatever, but like, just call her like Velvet, or call her like Red Velvet. But calling someone Red just sounds like not good.
Like a commie.
She's gonna go on Britt Baker's gonna go on McCarthy on her ass.
Yeah.
But McCarthy Mayhem match. But no, this is it was interesting. I think they could have gone about this a little bit better, because I mean it's obvious they're pushing Red Velvet in some way because training, and like I like the idea of the doctor being like, I beat you in 3 minutes, and then Red Velvet going, yeah, well that was when I was still training. Now I have been trained. You can see I have a 7-match winning streak. I think that there's definitely something there. And I feel like it's definitely just a way to get Britt on the card for probably the main event of Rampage, the first ever Rampage in Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh, excuse me. So it makes sense, but I think they could have gone about it. Like Red Velvet kind of coming out of nowhere and just being really mad all of a sudden was like, but why? Like, what, like, do you have beef? Like, have you said something? Maybe she said something on Dark or Elevation that we didn't see, like, or at least like maybe start tweeting like, man, Britt Baker like really sucks or something stupid like that. So it's like there's not really a feud there, but she's like, but it's like, okay, well, she's a person in the division who wants the title. Like, it makes sense, but I think they could go about it a little bit better. They went like a couple of different routes, but no, I think overall it's still very good. And then
Andrade and Chavo disrespecting Fuego del Sol.
This is a great way for them to get heel heat on them, because Fuego del Sol has had petitions on change.org started to get him signed to AEW. So
Really?
he is very over with them. I actually believe, I don't know if he even listens to this, but Franco, our friend Franco, I'm just gonna say Francois Mossois because that's how Zanka pronounced it. I believe he's actually in the Texas scene has gotten to know Fuego a little bit. I think Cynic said, fuck Cynic, by the way, fuck Serendipitous.
Serendipitous.
Has said he knows Fuego, I believe. So I mean, Fuego seems like a good guy. It seems like he's a pretty good wrestler. So it was a good way for him to get heat. Like, you heard the pop. I don't know if you could hear the pop when they're chanting Fuego. So it's a good way to get heat on Andrade. I think it was funny. They're like, shine his shoes. He's like, that's not what you said I was going to do. It's like, just shine his shoes. And then you give him like 0.2 seconds to do it. And then he's like, you took too long. Just smack him into the wall. So I think it was good. I also like the idea of them having 2 interview segs in the same Dynamite, because it's like, it makes sense. You had something earlier in the night, and now you're coming back and you have more. So it makes sense. Like, that's how things happen. So I think it was really cool because you get to hark back, because that's one of the things that AEW had in the beginning was it kind of felt like for a while they're a little choppy, like this segment, and then kind of not really referencing much. But this is referencing, so I really enjoyed that. And then was Hangman.
Was the Hangman segment?
Yeah, this was this was fine. I mean, I feel like there could have been a better insult than try hard. Like, I think that would have worked better in like 2012. But I'm not Kenny Omega. But no, I think this is all done really well, other than like the tryhards part, because like you got Hangman to look more serious. You got the whole elite thing, that feud going again, and get the fire under it, and you got the whole Dark Order situation going. Get Kazarian out there, who I still think should be winning the title. You got everything going. So I agree. Like, also, good old Knock has the basketball. Why wouldn't you? If you were in a real fight, you have a basketball in your hand. Yeah, fuck it, I'm throwing that at the dude's head. It makes sense. So yeah, I thought it was good for the like 4/5 of it was pretty fucking good. So I enjoyed it.
Ceizar, fucking Cash got his forearm ripped open. Were you aware of this?
Yeah, we talked about it last week with Sticks.
I was probably drunk. Well, what did you think of this video package?
No, well, it's fucking, yeah. Uncle Dax. Oh, yeah, don't follow Cash on Twitter, because I follow Uncle Dax. That motherfucker spits the truth 7 days a week. Human lie detector test having ass cracker. Respect. Uncle Dax. Shout out to Uncle Dax. Respect. Go give him a follow on the old Twitter machine. It's a great follow. Yeah, it was a deep mirror. Well, you don't remember, you were drunk. It was a real deep cut. Like, they literally had to like have a fuck shit ending to that match. Because the way he fell, he like just severely cut his arm on the top turnbuckle. And like when he was down, like all 4 of the doctors were over there rushing him off camera. And like even when Dax won, like the camera guys like literally like just trying to film it. See, Vince would never. When you have 4 doctors looking after one guy and they all got gloves on, they look like they're fucking holding his arm together so he doesn't bleed out. Vince would not say, hey, camera 2, run over there and get a shot of Dax right now.
Zoom in on the tears. Zoom in on the tears.
Yeah, like Vince would never. But yeah, like it was a pretty bad cut. And even I think Uncle Dax tweeted like right after the match that he'll be okay, but it was just really, really deep. So he probably had to get it all stitched up and everything. So he probably can't wrestle for a couple weeks. Which is why he's gonna do some one-on-ones with those fuck boys.
Santana and Ortiz.
Yeah. I think he said that in the promo as well. Great promo. It's Uncle Dax. We all know he's gold. After that was a good doc.
If you think about it, if this leads to All Out, it's going to be an incredible matchup between these.
Oh,
fighters. I mean, you got the, like Bretsky said, it's the blood feud now. It's going to be good.
It's going to be good. Then next was the good doctor. Yeah, the good doctor comes out. Still got her cash shit on. Reba comes out. She got her fucking shattered knee. Looks better, by the way. She looked like she was walking better.
I mean, she took a bump.
Yeah, and she took a bump. No, this was good. Yeah, fucking Tony, man. Fucking Skivone. Then what did JR say? JR, I think Excalibur said, "Oh, look, Tony's happy with the doctors out there." And JR's like, "Oh, he got 2 hugs from 2 ladies. He should be happy." Because, yeah, he hugs the doctor every time, and then he hugs old Rebel. That's fucking JR on his drunken madness when he's just saying real fuckery. I ain't gonna lie, he's fucking gold. Just saying shit he shouldn't be saying. And he hugging 2 ladies. I'd be hugging 2. Shots fired.
Give me another mule, Excalibur.
Yeah, I guarantee JR's drinking on air, man. Because they don't show them much. I guarantee JR's drinking on air. Yeah, and then old Red Velvet. He's earned it. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I see a fucking mule over there and JR get a little sip. Oh, excuse me. When we move back, I wouldn't even phase it. It wouldn't even phase me. I fucking retweet that.
Ladies in the audience tonight.
Yeah, got some thicky thicks out here. What's up, girl? Girl, you know I got this money. JR, bitch. And then yeah, that segment was good. Red Velvet, yeah, she's trying to come out there. Oh, wait, I think Rampage is in Chicago for CM Punk, and Dynamite is in Pittsburgh next week.
That's right. Yeah.
Britt Baker. So, I mean, yeah, if you want to have if Britt Baker's going to wrestle in Pittsburgh, which the people are going to see, they're going to be fucking. It's going to be Britsburg, and they're going to be lit. It's going to be doctor shirts everywhere. Yeah, if you want to have a match with somebody who's probably like 1 or 2 in the top 5, and have a women's title match.
Hey, we all 3 got to get DMD shirts. I'm probably going to order one tomorrow morning.
No, there was a code, and I forgot what the code was. It's like, I swear it was like 20% off for a week. On
the code is Sassafras.
Yeah, probably.
The code
I'm not watching like
another mule Excalibur.
I'm not trying to watch AEW again to fucking find the code. JR was like, yeah, you can get all the shirts, 15% off or 20% off.
They always have that on PWTs. They always have that.
Oh, here it is. The code is boycott Max Caster. No.
That's probably right.
We will get to that, folks. Don't you worry.
We will definitely get to that. But no, this was fine. I thought it was great. It's the Doctor's Red Velvet. You're setting up a match. Sure. Britt should look good, and then she should beat her in Britsburg. And yeah, that should be that. And I didn't mind that either. Thought it was good. Old Skivone out there. Then what we have?
Are you a fan of Fuego del Sol?
Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
He didn't even do anything. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, he did. He had a cameo with Cody for $995.
Oh, that's who it was.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You think I'm playing? There's a whole Reddit thread about it. Google it right now. Google cameo Cody Rhodes. They eventually took it down, but that shit was up for like fucking 6 months. When he first got in the ring for AEW, that fuckboy had a $995 cameo with Cody.
Sorry,
the caption was Cody was like,
you were guilty by association. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Fuck that motherfucker. Throw his ass back across the wall. Fuck boy,
Fuego's got a family, Ceizar.
Fuck his family too. Throw them bitches too. Throw him back over the wall. They fucking taco having ass. So I'm going to Home Depot and get a real job. Some bitch. I said it. Then
the Hangman segment.
Oh, I think it was a joke. I think it was.
But it was actually, you could buy it. It was a joke, but they left it up for 3 months, and you could actually click it. Cody made it so Cody said he never wanted to do cameo, so he said he would do it with Fuego to get him some exposure. But he made it $995 so nobody would pay for it, and therefore he like won his bet or something, saying that hey, I said I would sign up, but you didn't say what the price was. Like that was literally like in the caption or something. So nobody would buy it. So therefore, he doesn't have to film any cameos.
The Hangman segment.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, Hangman was come out there and take on the world. That's some dumbass shit. I don't know why he's breaking up with Dark Hose. Yeah, see, he needs to come back with Dark Hose and bring in the Elite Killer, or needs to team with the Elite Killer to take the titles off the Bucks or something if he's not going to be in this world title anytime soon. I know we don't want Frankie to be back in a team, but I feel like he would do it with Hangman because they both got beef with the Super Elite, and it would just be funny for them to beat the shit out of Cucks, especially since Hangman can't be in the top 5 to challenge for Kenny's title.
Up next, Dan Lambert is going to have a match with Murder Hawk. He's bringing backup, fellas. Whatever you guys want to say, go for it about Dan Lambert.
He's to bring a fucking gun. He's fighting Murder Hawk.
They waited too long to pull the trigger on this. Speaking of guns,
you better pull the trigger on that fucking gun.
I think they should. They should have done this like the next week.
Oh, Dan Lambert versus Jake the Snake at All Out.
Oh, good Lord.
And Jake's still gonna win.
Yeah. Well, after he's done beating off to Murder Hawk, he'll
it gives him superpowers. The post nut clarity for him is like superpowers.
Yeah.
He's gonna get that. He's gonna get that crumb catcher and put it in Dan's face. Like,
yeah. What the fuck is this? And then DDT's the shit out of his ass.
Up next, Lee Johnson versus TNT
Big
champion
Shotty.
Miro. Lee putting up a better fight than most. You know, I don't know why every time I look at Miro, I think he beats his wife. He like
seems like the type.
Domestic violence. I don't know why. I know Lana doesn't have any bruises on her face because she's drunk constantly, but still.
Yo, she is fucking wild.
Miro dominates through the commercial break. Lee picks up the offense, even leaping out of the ring onto Miro several times. Looks like Miro was supposed to catch him on the third one, but he lost his footing. Lee with 5 fucking super kicks and a frog splash gets a 2.5. But after a Machka kick and game over accolade, Miro retains, and then Miro cuddles and caresses Lee. And then he presents his title to God because he is the Redeemer, Ceizar. What do you think of this TNT Championship match?
God, the Redeemer shirt is on fucking AEW shop.
Uh-oh.
I first, when this match was booked, was ready to come up here and rant for 30 minutes about how shitty Miro is. And I'm only going to rant. I'm only going to rant for 15 minutes. This match was better than most. This match was better than his usual fuck shit, fighting guys who are buck 20 pounds, soaking wet in like 8 minutes, and then like, yeah, praying to Jesus and talking about his hot wife. But I'm sorry, he has shit on this title. He has shit all over the TNT title. It's garbage. This match is halfway saving it, but if he'd have beat this guy in 5 minutes like he's beating everybody else, he's shitting the fuck out on this title. Like, he wrestles once every like 6 weeks now. He cuts 4 weeks of promos and then wrestles for 5 minutes and then goes away. At least when like Brock and Oldberg are beating the fuck out of people, they're doing it every week, squashing them. They don't wrestle for like, they don't take a time off for like 6 weeks. Shit is stupid. You took a title where everybody who had it was a workhorse, and you give it to a part-timer who wrestles once every 6 weeks. So you're already ruining the prestige of the title for me. And then it changes every like 2 months anyway. So, I mean, I don't know what you're doing that for. You're doing that so somebody has to buy all 4 different colors of the TNT title, because it's been like silver and red, gold and red, white and red, now white and green.
Oh, it's purple now, Ceizar. It's purple.
Oh, okay, that sounds about right. Sam Jackson's going to hold it fucking in 2 weeks, and it's going to be purple and black. Fucking lightsaber on it and saying the motherfucking TNT title, I guess. I don't know what the fuck. To me, yeah, Miro's a great wrestler, and like he showed he can work with a Big Shorty and fucking put on a decent match, but to me, he's ruined this fucking title. Like, you should be defending it, if not every week, every other week. Like this, what the title was built on, no matter who had it. Fuckboy Cody, even Brody was out there for a couple weeks before Cody came back to take it. fucking Cody again, and then Darby. They all fucking workhorse this title, and that's how the title should be. And Miro's just shitting on it. Now, see, I'm not mad at Kenny not wrestling every week, because Kenny's wrestling fucking 4 other companies, bringing those shit brands to prominence. So I ain't mad at Kenny. Kenny's got like 4 pay-per-views in a row. He's from June to fucking September. He's wrestling at least one asshole from this company to this company to this company to this company. So I'm fine with that. He's wrestling.
Actually,
He's doing shit with
facing
cut
you,
promos.
Ceizar. He's facing you for the APPW title next.
He probably is. He's probably gonna have like 4 or 5 now. He's probably gonna fucking V-trigger cucks and fucking Good Brothers gonna piss down my neck and Kenny hits me with a 1-ring angel and I can't kick out.
Don't forget about Brandon and the spray.
Yeah, well, fuck that. I'll kill that cracker. He knows I'll stab his ass. They don't know we can stab people in APW. That is the rule. I got a shank like fucking Regal. Got the knucks. I got a shank in my boot. I'll cut that bitch.
10 cuts on commentary. Well, it's no DQ. I turned off DQ.
I mean, that's the one rule in Ceizar's contract. When he gets 3 specials, he just gets to stab you in the knife in the middle of the ring, and the ref deems it legal.
What? It was first blood. It was first blood. How else was he
First
supposed
blood.
to do?
When he pulls a knife out, it turns into a first blood match. So he won.
Ceizar, it was a submission match. What are you talking about?
The knife came out. It's a first blood match now. These are the special rules of APW written in the old bylaws.
10 cuts. The contract says no.
Yeah, nobody can refute it. I can see Jake and Bill County Rich now. You gonna tell him he can't stab people? No, that nigga ain't stabbing me. He can stab whoever he wants. Yeah, like I just can't get behind Miro, bro. I can't. I wanted to, and since he has his title, I can't get behind him anymore.
Bretsky, my favorite part of this match was when Lee Johnson countered a move of Miro's and hit a DDT. The way Miro sold it, he was like,
yeah.
Like
The way when he was stumbling and then
he sold it like a champ. I like that a lot. But Bretsky,
I think he got him to one knee and he stunned JR.
Bretsky, what were your thoughts on this TNT title match?
I mean, we all know that Miro, Rusev, whatever is good. I mean, you have the Rusev Day shirt, I believe, Ceizar. Like we have a.
I still wear it from time to time.
I do too.
It's a great shirt.
I have the OG fucking when you got the Russian medal of the war medal. I have that T-shirt. Like
Rusev Day was such a great gimmick, though. It was such a great gimmick.
It's like we all know he's really fucking good in the ring. I think the biggest issue is, like you said, I think the big issue with the title reign is that it went from open challenge with Cody, workhorse, to then Mr. Brody Lee, who wasn't doing the open challenge. It's cutting out the ring.
It's cutting out with the logo. There it is. The logo was speaking through.
So then you got Mr. Brody Lee, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Wasn't like defending it every single week, but he still defended it.
Yeah.
And
He would still show up on the show. He wouldn't cut a
Yeah.
promo backstage. He would come out to the show with it.
And then you have Cody again, open challenge. Darby Allin defended it the most out of anyone.
Yeah.
And then going straight to the part-time is, I think, what killed it. Like, not killed it, but like what really hurt it.
Yeah.
Also, like, there's no real reason, like, because it's not open challenge, he's not explicitly saying, he's like, I'm going to defend it against someone. Like, I can't get invested in the match because there's no reason for me to say, Lee Johnson's wrestling today. Rest in peace, Lee Johnson. Like,
they even had a sign in the crowd that said that.
Yeah.
Bro, there was the dude in the sign who wrote like a fucking 5-paragraph essay on that sign. And I read it. I paused that show and I read that sign.
What did it say?
It ended with thank you for having a hot double jointed wife.
Nice.
But no, I mean, like, if he like would go away for 6 weeks and do backstage promos and build up a feud with someone that would lead to the match,
It's totally fine.
it would be way better.
Like he did with Murder Hawk.
Yes, exactly. Even though I think that should have had more build, but there was still there was a build there.
Yeah.
Just randomly throwing Lee Johnson at him and this guy. I mean, like, it's good, and like this was a good match with Lee Johnson and Miro, but like I can't, like, it's getting harder for me to get invested because I know at this point that the first guy who's going to have a feud with him, like an actual feud, is to be the one who's going to take it off of him.
Yeah.
So
it's
like,
already predicted. Like, I mean, it's already spoiled.
So like if I see Miro come out with someone and be like, we're gonna fight in 2 weeks, and they go back and forth on promos, I'm like, oh, that guy's winning.
Well, what if it's a non-title match? Because every single match he's had has been for the TNT.
That's true.
title.
Yeah, that's the thing I was gonna say. Is you gotta have non-title matches.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And
I mean,
also,
Kenny's not a parent to a tag match here or there.
right. I mean, I think
Like
he was in a a 6-man on Impact recently.
For the Good Brothers.
The Bretsky prophecy, my God, I think it's coming true. Frankie went to Impact. Frankie's still fighting the Elite wherever they fucking go.
No, I mean, like if Miro could be such a fucking big thing. Because also, I don't really understand the whole God's favorite champion redeemer thing, because he kind of said it one day and now it's a thing. I don't really understand.
You
the
just
full
keep
character.
saying it. Yeah.
But no, like it'd be like, you know what? Everyone else was like a decorated champion. They fought it a lot. So for you guys and for you guys only, I'm not going to defend the title on this match. Be a fucking heel. You know, so that's the thing. Is like, I mean, I like Miro, I like Rusev, whatever. I'm happy he's done with the gaming thing. But Ceizar is right. Like it's harder and harder to really get invested in the matches.
But he still yells game over before he puts somebody in.
He does.
That'd be funny if Kip is the one who fucking takes it off of him.
You know what? I'd be fine with that if Kip defended it every week. And then I'd be like, or every other week. I don't need every week. Every other week.
Is he injured?
He's hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt in that fucking he got hurt, and then Miro did that thing where he kind of fucked him up. Then he went away for a while.
Up next, the broadcast team for Rampage is Taz, Excalibur, Jericho, and Mark Henry.
Bold move going for 4.
After this, I know, Ceizar, you fast forward to the commercials, but I watched the commercials. We had a Pabst Blue Ribbon commercial that included.
Oh no! I watched this fuckery.
Ryder, Swoggle, Chelsea
what?
Green. I'm not sure who else was in it.
What's his name? The other cracker he used to team with. Loser all the time.
Who?
Hawkins.
That's I said Hawkins, Ryder, Swoggle, and Chelsea Green.
That is incredible. I need to watch this.
That was it.
It was a very, very strange commercial. I was like, fuck.
For PBR.
Ceizar, what do you think of the broadcast team for Rampage?
I think it's probably going to be a one-off with all those 4.
Yeah.
And I think it's just going to go with the Excalibur and Mark Henry going forward. So it's definitely going to be trash episode 2. Taz, Jericho
talking over each other like we are.
Yeah, but I've never heard Mark Henry announce, so I don't know if he's any good. Because people say Big Show really isn't good with Ski Bone on Dark Elevation.
Bretsky didn't see the commercial, but what were your thoughts on the commercial, Ceizar?
That commercial was full of fuckery. And he had that title he won with him. So, but he's inviting his friends over for fucking beers by the pool, and then Chelsea Green out of nowhere is filling a super soaker full of PBR and shooting it at them assholes so they can drink it, and they're scared, so they jump in the pool. Swoggle's floating, and they just dump beer on him. It was the weirdest beer. I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, nobody in this commercial works for AEW.
Yep.
They never did. They may have one match. Nobody in this commercial works for AEW. Why the fuck are they showing this?
Every time I see Pabst Blue Ribbon, I've never drank it myself, but there's a South Park episode where when you drink the Pabst Blue Ribbon, you immediately start beating your wife. It's hell of funny. You got to watch that. But Bretsky, what do you think of the broadcast team for Rampage? You've got Taz, Excalibur, Jericho, and Mark Henry.
Bold move going with 4. Bold move on a 1-hour show. Bold move. Jericho will be good, and Taz will be good. We'll see how Mark Henry is. Excalibur is going to be the same old Excalibur, except Excalibur is going to be fucking the one running the ship now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This will be interesting because him and Taz are actually pretty good on Dark. Whenever I watch Dark, which is not often, and it's mainly for Max Caster promos, they're good. But I don't know. I think Ceizar is right. We're probably going to go to Excalibur and Mark Henry. Because I can't imagine they sustain a 4-person commentary team, especially with like Jericho and Jude and Fozzy and Taz and all the Brooklyn bitches are gonna have to go fuck. So it'll be. I'm intrigued to see how if it can work. I don't think it can.
They make it work on Dynamite, but that's because everybody kind of knows what they're doing.
Well,
And it's
yeah,
only for like one
three
match.
people can work, but 4 people announcing one match is
Well,
going to
remember
be
Jericho
interesting.
does it all the time. MJF was doing it.
Well,
earlier.
but they're on there more as like,
Speaking from experience, when there's more than even one fucking person on commentary, it's very difficult to call a match. 4? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, but Mangria, to be fair, we don't see each other, so we can't look over and see if we're going to start talking.
Exactly, but my god, 4 people. I hope they all have something interesting to say.
Mark Henry does it. I got $10 right now. That fuck boy's got nothing interesting to say.
I think all the pressure's on Excalibur. He's gonna have to call someone out every time. Mark Henry, what do you think of this guy's chances in this match? Hey, Jericho. Well, Jericho's a pro. He'll know what to do.
Taz is a pro.
Taz and Excalibur, they have chemistry, but it's gonna be a challenge for Excalibur to balance everything because I think the pressure will be on him.
It's gonna be a challenge for Excalibur to get Mark.
He's gonna be the vanilla play-by-play guy as per usual. But yeah. Moving on, Tony Schiavone announces that Tony Skeets says Christian Cage is now ranked #1. Christian, in a very good mood, sings the Golden Girls theme. I wonder if Jake's gonna watch that for the Russian Munchkin. I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but the audio cut out a very strange spot when Christian says he's known to stir up controversy. I don't know if he dropped an N-word in there. I'm not sure why they cut off the fucking audio.
It's Canadian, they're allowed to say it.
He's also better than good. He's elite. You guys have any thoughts on that? What the fuck? Why did they cut the audio out? Do you think someone in the crowd said, "Hey, F you"? And they
have you heard them cutting out the audio when the crowd chants "Holy shit"?
Yeah, Tony Skeets don't like that.
Yeah, so I heard this in the main event, which we'll get to. But I just remember this because you mentioned they started a "Holy shit" chant, and I heard "Holy."
Oh, they didn't bleep it out on mine. I wonder if it's because I was watching live. I'm not sure because you watch on the app, right?
No, I watched on DVR. I watch on the app when I get back up to college because I don't have cable, but I have my cable box here.
Okay, because I even put that in my notes. I put "Holy shit" chants before the match begins, but
because they kind of had them, and then I think they realized and like started cutting it out a little bit. I mean, I don't know if that was a TNT decision, but I noticed that. But it was weird cutting out for controversy. But this is also what I like is there's not one clear cut guy who's going to be gunning for Kenny. You think it's Hangman, but then Christian has his promo, and then Kazarian's in the mix. So I do like that.
Christian, Kazarian, CM Punk,
Orange
Daniel Bryan, or what?
Fuck boy.
Okay, up next we have the Bunny versus the Russian Munchkin. It's Layla Hirsch, legit Layla Hirsch.
Ask my idea about
for the NWA Women's Championship. Hirsch rocking a camel toe that's taller than her. Bunny has the HFO in her corner. Hirsch with best friends and OC in her corner. So I know Bretsky was trying to ignore Orange Cassidy in the corner the whole time, looking like this. Hirsch attacking the arm of Bunny. Not a bad showing from the Bunny. She's always improving each match. I know she's not the greatest, but she does have a stare down with NWA Women's Champion Camille. During the commercial picture-in-picture, Bunny with multiple buckle stomps to Hirsch. That's the curb stomp, but instead of the apron, she curb stomped her into the lower turnbuckle. I haven't seen that before. That was pretty cool. Hirsch using her grappling and knee strike to get back into it. She misses a moonsault. Bunny with the Death Valley driver gets a 2.5. Hirsch wins with the arm bar. We get a stare down with Camille in the ring. She barely reaches her tits. It's so hard to take her serious. I know she's a little. It might be a good match. I don't know. After this, Smart Mark Sterling and that bitch promo, Jade is ready to return on Elevation. Ceizar, what did you think of the Bunny versus the Russian Munchkin?
Well, first, we'll go back to the Christian segment because I didn't talk about that.
Damn, I'm sorry, dude.
And the one thing I hate about that is, so as a singles guy, when you get to #1, you could challenge for either the TNT or the AEW championship. And every time somebody's number one, they never say that. They go, "You're number one," and then Tony literally says, "You're number one to challenge for the AEW heavyweight championship." They never say you could challenge for whatever title you want. They always say the AEW championship. So what's the point of having Rusev's picture there as singles champion in the singles rating thing if you're always just going to skip over it to fight for the AEW championship? What's the real point then? What's the real point of having his face there?
You know,
If you're giving this interview.
we know. We know.
No, it's stupid. It's stupid. Get rid of that fuck.
We know.
Get rid of that fuck shit. Get rid of it. He doesn't even fight people who are like 2, 3, or 4 or 5. He picks random assholes. Get the fuck out of here. 2. Yeah, this midget bitch versus the NWA bitch. I don't know, but I mean, the only other thing I could say is it's like Alexa Bliss wrestling Charlotte because Charlotte's like 6'4" and Bliss is like 5 feet. I mean, but it's not going to be that good because they're way better wrestlers. Yes, but and nobody's looking at this midget's vagina except you, Mangria, every week.
Dude, she celebrated by going to the top turnbuckle, going like this. The camera zoomed in on her fucking camel toe. It's like, why are they allowing this? The big old fucking crease, like right there.
Discoloration.
It's right there in your face. It's like, dude, just put a cup down there, but the
Mangria
tampon,
sniffed the TV screen. She's like,
maxi pad, like, just hide it. Just hide it.
I fucking hit up Mangria after Dynamite went off to ask him some shit, and this motherfucker's like, "Yo, man, did you see that bitch's camel toe?"
It was so pronounced.
I was like,
believe it.
I didn't even watch the show yet. I didn't start it. I was watching
No,
it.
he texted me in the chat. He goes, "Did you finish ATW?" And I just assumed, oh, he's done with it too, so I can talk about it. And then I didn't spoil anything. I just said it was corny. The main event was corny, and then the camel toe. So I didn't spoil anything, thank God, because I would have felt terrible if I would have spoiled.
Yeah, I don't really care. It's
you should feel terrible for fucking focusing on the camel toe.
It was right there. It was the crease, right? Just like a boom camera.
The leader of Discoloration Nation and fucking staring at moose knuckles. Fucking holy Mangria looks at ATW for women's vagina. Doesn't watch it for the wrestling. Watches it for the vagina. Salute to you, Mangria.
And Saray. No, just kidding.
God, wait till we talk about that fucking segment. It was a fine match. Yeah, like you said, the bunny gets better every week. Yeah, we'll see how this bitch wrestles with. Are they gonna wrestle on NWA, or are they gonna wrestle on
NWA?
Are you sure? NWA?
I believe so. Because they said she's
they
going into her.
They could wrestle it all out.
The IWGP title, like
I think that they said is that she's going into the away territory. So I think that she's going to NWA.
Okay. Well, they could wrestle it all out. We don't know that. They always put that belt on it all out. None of the other belts that NWA has, but just the women's title. I don't get it.
Imagine if Kenny gets that one. Jeez, the heavyweight title.
Oh, and then all the best friends come out there? Like all 4 of them fuckboys come out?
No, Wheeler Yuta instead of Trent.
Well, okay, so the 4 crackers who are on the payroll right now.
Chris Statlander there too.
Oh, happy birthday to Buttlander, by the way.
Happy birthday, Buttlander. Salute to Buttlander. With her new dark hair, instead of being brown, she all had on midnight.
Camel toe. No, I was kidding.
And then who was she looking at? Oh yeah, Buttlander was looking at old Camille too. So maybe that shit will turn into something. But yeah, all of them crackers had to come out to be in that girl's corner. Yeah, it was a fine match. I wasn't mad at it.
Gretzky, thoughts on? I got your thoughts on the.
Yeah, you got his thoughts on this.
Bunny versus the Russian Munchkin.
It's so hard to take her seriously.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like, and she may be one of the better like actual wrestlers, like shoot wrestlers on the show. But
you're not wrong.
Like, at least Bliss is like 5'3", so it's like she's short, but
really?
like
I thought she was like 5'2".
Oh, okay, Caesar 5'3", 5'2".
It's still fucking midget territory.
Hey, it's
Well,
the
yeah,
master of the BBC, so I guess inches matter to him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but
No, they matter to bitches in the streets. Size matter.
Oh my god. But no, I mean but like Bliss also like doesn't, and this isn't gonna come out weird, but like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Bliss's legs are like not
Stumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like I look at her and and immediately think like Hornswoggle or like that thing, like that kind of like midget wrestling. And I'm like,
Alexa Bliss is 5'1".
okay. But like if you look at them,
she's 2 inches taller than this bitch. Jesus Christ.
But like you feel like I don't know what it is about them. Like maybe it's the presentation or something. Like but Hirsch looks way shorter than fucking Bliss.
Yeah, probably the boots though. That's probably where
the boots.
Probably the boots.
But like she's gonna. I think it's gonna be a good match with her and Camille, I imagine, because she's a good wrestler. But it's so hard to like put myself like, okay, she can whoop my ass, because she could probably whoop my ass. No, not probably. She could whoop my ass, but you know, it's hard. It's hard to not think of her as, you know, Swoggle getting downed in Pabst in the pool.
Dude, you gotta watch this fucking commercial.
I gotta look this up now. I gotta look this up. This sounds incredible. But no, I mean it was a fine enough match.
It's crazy.
I did find it funny how like Camille was resting her tits on Layla's head.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I saw Orange Cassidy come out and like I didn't see the rest of the best friends. I was like, why is Orange Cassidy just like randomly here? And they explained it though, so it was fine. But like Blade wasn't really selling the fact that he lost. He kind of just walked out. And it was like, okay, you just lost to Christian Cage, but all right, like it was kind of fine.
Not selling anything. He was just like in his mask going like, yeah, you're gonna get it.
But no, I mean it was a fine match. I wouldn't go watch it again, but it was a fine match. And you know, yeah. I just don't understand why they're putting Bunny on Dynamite all the time, even though she's improving and I like Bunny as a manager. But why have her wrestling on Dynamite when you have better women's wrestlers to showcase?
Who are on Dark?
Yeah, but keep her on Dark. Let her improve. That's what Dark should be, improving or refining. Because she's definitely, and may have her come on Dynamite every now and then. But then put like a Chris Statlander in that match, or Red Velvet in that match, or Big Swole in that match, or something like that. You know? Like,
how about
it also sucks that Deeb's hurt.
We trade Bunny for Jade Cargill and have Jade Cargill take on Camille. That would be a better match.
That would probably be a way better match.
Dude, I'm excited as fuck, by the way. I gotta say, moving on to the Jade Cargill thing, that thing was awesome. Like her and Sterling to me are great. Like that's actually like it's getting to be money to me.
It's a great promo.
Like, so the promo is great. It's such a good character. Jade Cargill on Twitter, by the way. Jade Cargill is pretty underrated on Twitter.
She's a good Twitter.
She goes after the marks every now and then. She's like, man, I gotta get she tweeted out, I gotta get a water sponsorship because all you hoes are thirsty or something like that.
Jesus Christ.
But no, I liked it. I like this promo a lot. I like the fact that she's like, yeah, I don't just have to wrestle. I am the best. I'm that bitch. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. I'll wrestle on the side. I love that.
Well, Brett, we are going to get our opinions out first before Ceizar goes on a diatribe here about what happened with Cody. So let's get to the main event of Dynamite. This week, it was Malachi Black with a very cool entrance.
Great entrance.
Cody, Jarrett Rhodes, Helmsley Cena. Holy shit chance before the match begins. Black wrestling in silk boxers. Okay. Cody in cracker pants. Black eye gouges to escape to figure four. Cody with an Intanuki, but Black with the single leg crab. Cody gets a cut on the top of his nose. Cody attempts a top rope move, but Black kicks his cracker ass off, sending him through the table. This is awesome, Chance. All right, calm down there. Cody beats the 10 count to get back into the ring, but the fucking Black Mass for the win. And then he pins him by putting his boot on his fucking chest, which is pretty sweet. We get Cody, of course, he starts taking off his boot. This crowd is so confusing because when he started doing that, you heard from the crowd, nah, 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 nah.
No,
nah,
it was like
nah,
two people doing it, but they were like right next to
hey.
commentary, so you heard them.
Goodbye. And then he started saying, you know, I love you guys. You guys are the reason why I'm here. And then the crowd like turned around just like that. He was teasing
Thank you
retirement.
for tagging me, Ceizar, by the way.
Tony Schiavone came out there to interview him. He took the mic from him. He's teasing his retirement. Black attacks his ass. That's how it goes off the air. But Bretsky, what'd you think of the main event?
I liked it. I actually did. I mean, the entrance for Malachi Black was fucking awesome.
Mhm.
And I looked down and I saw there was like 20 something minutes left in the show. And I'm like, oh, all right, they're gonna have a pretty good match then. Because I mean, we all know Alistair Malachi Black can really fucking go. We know Cody can fucking go. So I'm like, yeah, sure, this will be fucking good. And then it starts happening, and like the way they set it up of like, by the way, I loved that table spot. That was great. That was very well executed. I loved that. And it's the little things they did. And because I'll say it before, I'll say it again. Cody is the best pure all-around wrestler at that company. I truly do believe that. You can say whatever you want about like him being the EVP and all that stuff, but just for the American style of wrestling, for knowing how to work the cameras and the little things, promo-wise, all around, there's no one better in AEW than Cody Rhodes, in my opinion. So the little things are great. The big things are great. And then all of a sudden it's a black mass 1, 2, 3 with the boot on the chest. And I'm like, oh shit, 20 minutes really flew by. And I look down at the clock and I'm like, oh, there's like 10 minutes left. What's happening? I thought they pulled like a WWE, or they'll randomly end the pay-per-views like 15 minutes early for no reason. I'm like, oh, this is weird. And yeah, then the whole thing happens and Cody's getting teary-eyed and I'm like, wait, what is happening? And he hooked me. I do think the crowd was chanting, nah, 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 hey, goodbye. I think I still, from just the voices, I think it was like 3 dudes chanting that, but like really loudly. Because like I heard a decent roar of like, thank you, Cody. Let's like that kind of thing.
It just stuck out. It stuck out
too. I noticed it first, but like I heard it was only like 3 voices, and then you heard the collective for everything else. So I was like, oh, it's only like a couple of dudes. It's like Ceizar sent his buddies down to Jacksonville. But no, then he got them and he starts taking off the boots, and they're like, oh shit, like this is really. And then Black hits him with a fucking crutch. I don't think it was corny. I mean, I think it might have been like a little bit cheesy, but like in a good way. I liked it because if Cody's taking a little time away, it's good because we're getting to a point where AEW fans now on Twitter are split on whether or not Cody should be in these main events and these matches and stuff like that.
No.
So it's good for him to take the time off. Malachi Black looks like a megastar now.
Yeah.
And a piece of shit asshole. Because he was getting actually booed for attacking Cody. So I think it was executed phenomenally. Cody sold that shit great. Malachi looked like $1 million. And I'm actually incredibly intrigued to see what happens next week. I'll be honest. I want to tune in next week to see what happens.
This might be the anti-Cody angle. We might actually get a dude done right instead of the Cody burial. However, we have not heard from Big Carpe himself. So Ceizar, close out the AEW talk of the week.
Not yet, because we have Max Caster after this.
With the main event, Ceizar.
Okay. Was this a good match? Yes, it was a good match. Was it too over the top? Yeah, it was too over the top. He gouged this motherfucker right in front of the ref. Now, we complain about the refs on AEW a lot. Gouged him for like a full 15 fucking seconds. Ref came around, saw the gouge still going in. It was like, hold on. God is legal tonight, right? Legal, right? Oh, I'm the ref. I can do what I want. Kick this cracker off the top through a table. Who called that spot? Why is there a random off the top rope flying 15 feet to a table spot? Just why? In a regular one-on-one match, why is the doctor's table be going through it? They get fucked up more than the Spanish announce table during the Attitude Era. Okay, random match. I'm fine with selling the knee because Aleister Black is known for his kicks. They even said it. It's more about his kicks and his leg strength than his punching power. Totally get it. Totally get it. Fine. Should Aleister Black won? Yes, he should have. Cody didn't kick out of the Black Mass. Aleister Black wants that. Protect the Black Mass. You all say protect your finishers. Okay. Cool. The fact that you're intrigued of what's going to happen, you shitting me? Aren't you the smart one? Aren't you the one who's going to bring the average IQ up out of this shit group of wrestling fans we belong to? Notice this. If you cannot smell Cody whooping this bitch's ass at All Out, the fuck are we doing here? How many times do I have to tell you guys? How many times? I hate Cody Jarrett, but who picks him in every single match at a pay-per-view?
Angria.
Who picks him? If you can't smell him, if you can't smell Arn coming out talking about, yeah, Cody was going to, nigga, you ain't retiring. You ain't retiring. You act like you're LeBron James in year 17. Nigga, you ain't retiring. I don't want to hear that fuck shit. Oh, I've been in the EVPs. We had Daly's place. This is the AEW arena. Nigga, you retiring in the AEW arena? When y'all about to go back on the road? Get the fuck out of here. If you don't get this trash out of here, took off a boot. You're supposed to leave your boots in the ring. Ain't nobody left their goddamn boots in the ring in 28 years. When is the last time we seen a cracker leave his boots in the ring? AEW year 2? Cody? Yeah, and then what happened? He was back next year, so he didn't retire. Goddamn right. Who's retiring year 2 in AEW? Cody? Cody retiring year 2 in AEW? I'm going to stick my ass behind the scenes wearing my suits and look better than Tony Skeets. I ain't wrestling no more because Malachi Black kicked me through a table and hit me with a black mask and pinned me with one boot. If you can't smell this bitch giving this cracker 18 goddamn crossroads at All Out, because I call it now. Arn Anderson's going to come out next week. He's going to be like, Cody's banged up. He wanted to retire, but Malachi Black attacked him. And Malachi Black's going to kick the shit out of Arn again. Arn's going to be on TV for 3 weeks. And Cody's going to challenge Malachi Black to some fucking probably gimmick match, which he will win, but be severely fucked up so he can take some time off to stay with Brandy and the kid for a couple of weeks off TV, but get his win back for one. And Malachi Black being 1-1 going forward, then he'll probably go on a run through some people and end up on Rampage. If you can't smell this fuckery from the beginning, what are we doing here? I mean, not only do you sign this guy, but his first match, he's in the main event with one of the most important people in your company. Get the fuck out of here. That's literally a fuck you to Vince. Vince, you didn't know what to do with this guy. They knew what to do with him in NXT. Yes. Vince, you fucked this guy up. And I'm going to show you he's a main event player. I'm going to show you he can hang with the best. I'm going to show you he can get good wins over here. Of course, he's going to eye gouge me and kick me through a table, but I'm going to show you he can get good wins over here. Get the fuck out of here. We all know this fuck shit's coming. We all know the screw job's coming from old Uncle Cody. And Uncle Cody's going to get his win back at All Out in a crazy 30-minute match with Malachi Black and probably figure out some fuck way to not get hit with the black mask or to get hit with it, but roll his dumb ass out the ring so he doesn't get pinned. So therefore, it protects the finisher because nobody's kicked out. But that way he can get back in the ring later and get his win back. We all know what's happening. Smell it a mile away. Congratulations, Cody. Another fucking fuck shit victory for you, pal.
And now, the After Party Hangover Tripod Sessions present the Jew of the Week.
Hey, all you tripod listeners, all you pretzels out there. It is the great Bretsky 99 here. You actually just saw me. I believe Ceizar just finished saying something about AEW, about the main event, about how it was cheesy, how it was corny, and how I should know what to expect. And I believe if you stay tuned, you'll actually hear a little rebuttal from the old great Bretsky 99. But I'm actually recording this after you're seeing this in the middle of the show. I'm recording this after we just wrapped up because Angria, rightfully so, and I am very thankful for him saying this, said that for time's sake, we're just going to do it like this. We're going to talk about Max Caster in a Jew of the Week, And I believe Ceizar is going to talk about NXT releases in a Hail Ceizar you'll be seeing in a little bit. So for time's sake, here's what I have to say. So Max Caster's promo, for any of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it's kind of hard to find on Twitter now. Max Caster on AEW Dark is going to be the Acclaimed versus the Varsity Blondes with Julia Hart at ringside. And they've been kind of doing this for a while with the rivalry. And if you know Max Caster, he comes out and raps, and he'll say something about pop culture or about the wrestler or about something. And so there's a lot of controversy with this one because he came out and, if I remember correctly, he made a comment about Simone Biles. And the ones that got people mad were he made a comment about Simone Biles, he made a comment about Duke and the whole sexual assault scandal. And he also said, he started to say that you could smell, so something smelled, and it was in North Carolina, and it was actually, it was Julia Hart's then, blank, but then Anthony Bowens pulled the microphone away. And people were mad about the Simone Biles thing. They were very mad about the fucking sexual assault, the Duke sexual assault thing. And they're also mad about the Julia Hart thing. And it got to a point where Max Caster got, kind of canceled on Twitter, not fully canceled, kind of canceled on Twitter. Oh, he also, the other one was he said that you're something like you're faker than the PCR tests or something like that, which is funny. So all of it was funny, and all of it was, I would imagine okayed between all of them. Apparently not Tony Khan, but between the two teams and Julia Hart. But he got kind of mildly canceled on Twitter. He got pulled from some indie appearances, and Tony Khan just came out and said that he didn't know anything about it. And they pulled it from Dark and all that stuff. And so here's what I gotta say. Heel heat doesn't really exist much anymore. So when you have Max Cassidy Acclaimed, who have notoriously come out and said shit like that, not to that extent necessarily, but they've come out and said this shit. They've made jokes about Biden sniffing kids, and they made jokes about all sorts of other shit that's like pop culture, modern culture, shit like that, all sorts of shit. They came out and they made you want the Varsity Blondes to beat them. And I harken back to New Jack, rest in peace, New Jack's O.J. Simpson promo, where it's like, the famous one, where O.J., we got 2 more, whatever it was, we got 1 more. People wanted to kill New Jack. Now people want to kill Max Caster, except it's on Twitter. So it's not exactly great. There was nothing inherently wrong with the promo. He didn't come out and say the N-word or say he was going to sexually assault Julia Hart or some fucking fucked up shit like that. If that was what he said, then that would be that would be horrendous. But no, he made the implications, and he kind of reminded you that it was there. And let's go by one. The PCR, the fake PCR test. Obviously, COVID, very much in the news. There have been questions, whether from different sides ever about the viability and the reliability of PCR tests, and it's something that's in the mainstream. Max Caster raps about things that are in the mainstream. He's made rap comments about vaccine and Fauci and masks before. So what does it matter? It's pop culture. Same thing with fucking Simone Biles. It was in the news that week. It's been in the news. It's fair game. Why can't you talk about it? Then the thing with the Duke, that one was a little fucked up, but still. It was topical because they were in North Carolina. That's where Duke is. And it made you want to fucking kill them. He didn't say anything about them sexually assaulting anyone. No, he fucking reminded everyone of the Duke sex fucking scandal. And then the Julia Hart thing, the people were commenting on Twitter who clearly, I guess, had never seen another promo from them before, because a lot of times in their promos, Caster will start say something sexual, like, and you can suck my, and then Anthony Bowens will grab the mic, like, whoa, you mean you can suck my, my spirit out of me, or something like, he'll kind of spin it and make it PG-ified, and AEW, and all that stuff. So it was just a normal shtick from them. But then, and it's funny, because I really wanted to be extra diplomatic today, because I enjoyed the show for the most part, and especially now, that I have a mild connection there. But Tony Khan, I feel like in this scenario, there's 2 things that could have happened. There's one is that you can't have both ways. You can't have it both ways in the world. You can't have full creative freedom for your wrestlers and then have shit you don't want them to say. Because I think that either way, you as Tony Khan, at least if I were Tony Khan, I would take ownership, because Tony Khan came out and said, no, I didn't know anything about this. They didn't clear this with me. I didn't get cleared on this. They kind of went out and said it. There's going to be repercussions. It's on them. If I were in Tony Khan's shoes, I would have been like, listen, you know what? They got full creative freedom here. It wasn't on national TV. It was just on the YouTube show. I understand why you're all mad. I take ownership. Or the flip side is you defend them because they didn't do anything bad. And you could say, listen, I understand why you might be angry, but they didn't say anything outright. They only use pop culture. They've been doing this. This is their whole shtick. They've been doing this for however long they've been in AEW, even before. Max Caster actually goes on TMZ, I think, every week or every 2 weeks, and he's done Simone Biles bits like for the past 2-3 weeks. So it's nothing new. And I feel like Tony Khan should have defended them or at least taken the blame. Be like, listen, I should have vetted this. But you can tell they've been doing this shit. They've been talking about Eiffel Towering Julia Hart before, so much worse things. So I don't know. I think everyone's too quick. It was too quick to jump the gun on this. It made you want to see the Varsity Blondes beat the shit out of the Acclaimed. And if you tell me that it didn't, and you're getting mad at Max Caster on Twitter, then you're lying to me or you're dumb. It's heel heat. Heel heat doesn't exist much anymore. That was heel heat. Well done, Max Caster. Well done, Anthony Bowens. Well done to the Acclaimed. Everyone loves the Acclaimed. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people defending them. They're coming out of the bushes to defend them on Instagram, especially. So, yeah, I'm not watching this, but keep your heads up. Great gimmick. I love the Acclaimed. One of my, if not my favorite tag team in AEW. 2.0 is my favorite tag team in AEW, but love the Acclaimed. Keep your heads up, guys. I mean, they shouldn't be canceled over this. They shouldn't be fired over this. They should be defended over this. They should say, listen, this is what they are supposed to do. They're supposed to get under your skin with pop culture. And they did that. Now back to the regular scheduled programming. I would say they hit the music, hit the juic, but we already did that, Mangria. So let's get right back into it, shall we? See you boys on the other side.
And now, Hail Ceizar.
All right, mofos. It's back once again, an episode of Hail Ceizar. And Mangria has asked me to talk about the fucking NXT firings that happened. So first of all, 10 motherfuckers got fired. We seen it, right? 10 motherfuckers got fired. And what's the reason for this? I mean, are they clearing budget space because they might have to go back into the Thunderdome and shit? Or it can't be because these people didn't perform. But let me read you off a list. We got Bronson Reed, who was just the NXT champion. We got Bobby Fish, who was just in a program with Roddy Strong, looking to be really good. Leon Ruff, former North American champion. Tyler Russ, who was put with fucking motherfucker in Diamond Mine, and he was on the come up, getting some wins. And then we got Fruit Booty Jake Atlas. Goddamn, man, gets a whole month, and then he's got to get fired like 2 months later. Mercedes Martinez, which they tried to call up to the main roster, then brought her back down to have a great feud with the champ, and now she gone. And then some other crackers, Kona Reeves, who never saw him wrestling in a ref, and some other crackers. Who gives a shit? But damn, like, what is the purpose of firing this talent? And then Vince is going to try to say, like, no, it's up to me. He's not firing talent. Bitch, please. The man, Nick Khan, is a fucking, not a CFO, but he's a motherfucker in charge right now, and he's trying to keep the company in the black. I think if the company was traveling like it's supposed to be, and then get merch sales back up, then they start getting revenue for, dark matches and all this other fuckery coming on, then these people wouldn't get fired. Or are they trying to keep Adam Cole, and they know they need to throw a bucket of money at him, and they needed to clear some space, and some of these were top guys just, I don't know, not being used probably. I mean, how does Bronson Reed go to a feud with Adam Cole to getting fired? North American, they had a big thing when he won the North American Championship, and now he's fired. Yeah. The firings, I mean, if you don't have enough talent, you can't put on a good product. We've seen this, because they fired damn near all of the women's division on SmackDown, and then still had shows, and it's only like 4 people, and then they had to hire people back. Now, granted, if they do hire some of these people back, I understand that, and they can do what they do. But these firings has, like, got to stop. Now, I get it. I mean, I get it. It's a business and whatever. But if you keep firing motherfuckers, you're going to have to combine the shows. Because you're not going to have enough people to be on all 3 shows. That's what makes it different rosters. And if you can't have different rosters, then you got to go back to Attitude Era where everybody's just on one show. If you keep firing people this way. So, I don't get it. I do get it that it's a business standpoint. But I don't get why you're firing these people. Then half of them get hired back. Then other ones don't get fired again. Like, I mean, you don't want to pay people to do shit. And I kind of understand that. But why are you firing
Why are you firing good talent? If it's people not on camera, then fine. Like, keep them in the performance center or fire them. That's totally fine. But don't have guys winning titles, getting in prominent storylines, and then getting in the middle of a storyline and then getting fired. Like, that shit just makes no sense. To me personally, it's a bunch of fuckery and a bunch of fuck shit, and it's some of the stupidest shit these crackers is doing right now. I don't know. That's just me. Y'all have y'all own opinion, but let me know in the comments. You know that's where I like to be about if you think this fuck shit should stop. Well, that's my time. The drink is calling me. I got to go. See you on the next tripod, ho. I'm out.
My heart is pounding. I thought this was it. I thought Index was coming to fruition before our eyes, but not now. Not now. Not now. Not now.
Did Poppy just drop her new album? Hell yeah, I'm downloading it on my Spotify. I'm downloading it on my Spotify right now. Oi!
Now, before we move on to NXT, we'd like to counter with this. Oh, Senor Ceizar. To try this on Versailles. Cody might want to take some time off right now for Brandy and Liberty Rhodes. So what if Dustin calls out Malachi Black? You get Malachi Black versus Dustin Rhodes at All Out. So Malachi Black beats Dustin Rhodes, and then
everybody beats Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah, of course, except for QT. And then you go around, and all of a sudden Cody, when he's ready to go off paternity leave, comes back, and then he gets the win. But like, I feel like it's going to be held out. I think they're going to still build him up more. I think that they're going to keep Cody on the shelf for a little bit longer. I think they should, at least. I think that it makes sense to have Dustin, because Dustin was at ringside. He's like, he fucking beat up Arn. You disrespected my brother, and you disrespected my family and the business I love. Fuck you. We're fighting it all out. So I think that would be a good match, and it would be a good way to get going. That's all I'm going to say. That's what I saw coming.
Let me drop this little information on you guys. Cody is taking time off to film the Go Big Show season 2 as well.
That's true. Last time we did that, he was gone for like 5 weeks.
So he's going to come back with black hair again. Now, but let's get to the A show of the week. It's NXT.
That one fits like a glove.
We kick it off with Hit Row.
Hit Row.
If you don't know, now you know. But they really called the NEC.
Not a transmission.
Versus the Brown Order. Of course, Hit Row has Swerve and Be Fine Fab. And the Brown Order has Santos, Cocaine Cowboy, Ceizar.
You goddamn right.
Of course, DJ Khaled, the brick shit house that he is, manhandles the Brown Order. Mendoza attempts a Hurricane Rana to Top Dollar, but while swinging around Tuesday, right, Ceizar? Tuesday?
Yeah, he's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
The other guys.
Tuesday with the intercepting drop kick. That was pretty cool. Santos distracts as Mendoza tosses Tuesday into the barricade. Commercial break. No picture-in-picture. Who better than Top Dollar?
Nada.
Well, actually, a steel chair is better than Top Dollar, because fucking Santos beats the shit out of him with a chair and then tosses his fat ass into the stairs. I was impressed by that. There was an assault on Hit Row. Santos even removes the grill of Swerve, the disrespect.
There it is.
Be Fine Fab attacks with chair, then Top Dollar reemerges and evens the odds. This rivalry hotter than an 8-piece from KFC. Ceizar.
You can't see that, Mangria. You can't see that.
What did you think of the opening contest of NXT?
I think that was the most racist segment you've ever called in the history. NEC, Brown Order, Cocaine Cowboy.
Hey, I didn't say NEC. I didn't say it.
You called him DJ Khaled when DJ Khaled is not black and Top Dollar is. So wrong race there.
Looks the same.
They're not even the same shade. They're not even one. One is
Mangria,
like,
for your own sake, cut this out of the show.
He's the hype man of of Hit Row.
You almost said that shit. They're not even the same shade. It's the same.
And I'm the one getting kicked out of hotels.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jesus Christ. The match was fine. But wait, who won? The NEC's won? No, there was no contest.
Yeah, it was a DQ because Santos hit Top Dollar with a chair. So it was a
yeah. And then this cracker was down for about 12.8 seconds and then got back in the ring and started whooping ass. Making the Brown Order run away, but first taking out Swerve's grip. I hate to say it. I'm starting to side with Bresky. Why are these guys losing so much? Why is it always them running away first? There are 3 great, excellent wrestlers, the Brown Order. When he hit him with the chair, they should have totally laid out the NECs. And the NECs should have been off running, or they just leave him dead in the ring. Why is it like there's always a comeback against Delgado? That's starting to get a little annoying to me. If you got to beat these fuckers up with chairs and stairs and bears, oh my, and stealing grills, like, be confident, not confident, but look taller doing it. Get these fuckers with some stairs and chairs. Just stay your dumb ass down. Yeah, beat the shit out of Swerve and take his grill. All 3 of the other NEC crackers was up quick right after getting their ass beat with chairs and shit and chased them out of the ring. I didn't agree with that part, but the rest of it was fine.
You know, Bretsky, Ceizar just called the NEC crackers. So which is it? Which is it, Ceizar?
Oh, I'm angry. When I'm angry, they're crackers. When they
Bretsky,
beat people up, when they beat people up eating chicken, they're NECs.
The Brown Order loses way too much. Like Ceizar, you guys both know that the Brown Order are phenomenally talented. They should have been multiple time tag team champions by now.
Yeah.
What did you think of the opening contest of NXT?
I think I first want to give a shout out to Kevin Owens, who is live tweeting this, who said, "I know Santos Escobar is a bad dude from the jacket."
The terrible guy from the jacket, and then put that Asian cracker.
Yeah, I know that this guy is a great guy because of his jacket.
Because of his jacket.
You still
also shouting out fucking shouting out Top Dollar's gear because it's a similar looking gear to him. Oh, Kevin Owens, bravo. But anyway,
on the old Twitter machine, give him a follow. Shout out to everyone. Great on the Twitter machine.
Yeah, Tyler, it's either that, running down marks, or his cats. So it's all great content. You know, this is good.
Shit pop.
Friend of the show as well. Good friend of 2.0.
Good friend of the show.
But you know, this is good. I liked it. I think that the rivalry has gotten really good. I think they've been doing a lot of good promos, a lot of good segments, as you would expect. I like also how Hit Row is kind of made to be the baby faces in the situation, because like Santos is, because that just goes to show me that they're such good heels. Legato, at least Santos is, and like by association, Wild and Mendoza. Because you know, Hit Row by no means should be baby faces here, but they are. At least in this scenario, they are. Even have Beth defending them on commentary, like, yeah, they at least stuck to their morals, at least stuck to what they do. They didn't go out of their comfort zone. And yeah, it was a good match. Like all the props in the world to Top Dollar, to Dollar King, for getting it. Like he obviously knows the wrestling fan, and I've seen a lot of tweets. It's like, how am I supposed to take this guy seriously when he's in a fucking Nikki Bella t-shirt on A&E? But no, like he loves it. You know, like he clearly loves it, and he's doing well. Like he works pretty well, and like he could break out in a little bit, you know, and be his own man. But no, he's doing well. But then, you know, I was fine with the DQ finish. You need a DQ finish, and every now and then. But I agree, because like in Ceizar, I know you begrudgingly agreed with me, but they lose. Like it's not necessarily Santos who's losing.
Not begrudgingly. It's getting annoying.
Yeah, like Santos doesn't lose much. Like Santos barely ever loses. But it's Wild and Mendoza who end up taking pins and losses.
L's all the time.
But Santos's like whole thing, even when he was champion, was a lot of running away. And yes, you want to be a chicken shit heel and like exude that confidence. And like it was less so then, but it's gotten much more since like he started to lose the title than he lost the title. And of course, RFE Bronson Reed. But you know, when he was with the Bronson Reed feud, that whole thing started even more. Rest in peace. But you know,
shout out to Thick Boy.
Yeah, shout out to Thick Boy.
Are they hiring you back?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on with that.
I don't know.
But
maybe they're just putting people on furlough.
No, he tweeted out himself. I was just released by WWE.
Adios.
Oh yeah, but so did fucking Zelina Vega. Look at her dumbass.
But you know, that all sucks. Mercedes too. Sorry, Mangria.
I have something to say when you're done with this match.
We got Tyler Rust, but you know, rest in peace to all of them. You know, this is good. I agree. Like I've been saying it. Like they need to look stronger. Like you can have them like have Swerve and Top Dollar run away and then they fucking like beat the shit out of Tuesday, like Adonis. Or maybe they're all down, they got all of them down, and then B-Fab comes in, tries to hit them on the chair, and then they're like, well, we're not gonna beat up a woman, but we're gonna make it look like we're gonna beat up a woman. And so like they get the heat and they get looks, they get to stand tall. I don't want to be thinking they're chicken shits every single time. So it was good up until then, but I 100% agree. I've been saying it for a while. They need to look more dominant every so often. Not all the time, but every so often.
Up next, Samoa Joe gets surrounded by security team. Regal wants to make sure nothing happens between Cross and Joe before TakeOver 36. The God of Goats sits in his weird room with multiple index drawings, then stares into the camera as the segment ends. And then we get Britt Lesnar, Ridge Holland with Dunn and Lorcan versus Ika Man. That's how Wade said it, so I'm going to say it just like Wade says it.
He's a good guy because of his jacket.
Who, of course, is Yoshitatsu's son. Multiple disrespect drops when Ridge fucks up Jiro's jacket. Beth said it, and Big Dick Vic said, the disrespect. Who competes in a jacket? Oi, Wade says.
Downloaded on my Spotify.
Of course, Ridge wins. Pete Dunne with the mic talking shit about Ciampa and Thatcher Mad. And he says that they are the three most dangerous men in NXT, that being Dunn, Lorcan, and Holland. Frankie, Jesse, and Robert Stone interviewed about Robert causing their first loss. The group needs to be rebuilt under Frankie's rule. We then get a Bobby Fish, Roddy Strong video package, and we get a Trey Ginger video package. So we'll start with Bretsky on the Samoa Joe segment where he gets surrounded by security.
Yeah, just a quick little segment, and again, it comes into play later in the night. I think it was really good. I mean, really well done. I like the dynamic of Rio, and yeah, these guys used to work for you. Now they're working with you.
The God of Goats in his room of drawings.
I mean, yeah, this is just a quick segment to remind everyone of like the main event, the lover or loser. By the way, great fucking concept. Man, my heart goes out to Loomis. Look at Loomis, man, so inspirational. I real recognize Real there. That's a man in love. So brings a tear to your eye.
Britt Lesnar versus Ika Man.
Big fan of Ridge Holland and was from the very beginning. Cannot believe that 10 months flew by like that. And I love the idea of him just being so pissed off that he's like yelling at everyone, because he was yelling 10 months, oi, 10 months, oi, at this fucking guy. And like the commentary is like, well, he's not the reason you were hurt, like the guy standing in the corner of your corner is the reason you were hurt. But no, I liked it, and I think that when I like that they're keeping them together. I love the idea that they're just not forgetting about it. Like he was going to be Pat's sleeper, so I love that idea. I'm a massive Ridge Holland fan, so always happy to see him back. I think he's a great look, great style, great everything, and the promo after from Pete Dunne was awesome as well. And man, Ridge versus Thatch, Ridge versus Ciampa, Ridge versus Joe,
free money.
Ain't nothing but free money.
Shit.
The Robert Stone brand. Well, actually, the Frankie Stone brand.
The Frankie Stone brand. No, I like it a lot. Robert Stone on my TV equals money. Frankie Monet on my TV equals money. Jesse Kamei on my TV equals money in the future. So the futures market. And so this is great stuff. I love the idea of Frankie being like a dominatrix. It's hilarious to me.
By the way, Bretsky, 10 months might have flew by for you, but not so much for others.
Elaborate.
Ceizar, what did you think of the Samoa Joe segment where he's surrounded by security thanks to Angry Face Regal?
Like, how did he not see this coming? How did he not see this coming? This was your job before you quit and wanted to be a competitor again. And then, so now there's no you. So, of course, he's going to send out 8 guys in security. Come on, son. Should have known this was coming. But yeah, good little quick segment. God of Goats is God of Goats. So he likes to sit in his room and draw some shit. And he's trying to draw himself in some of that sweet slice of poontang pie later on after the main event.
Britt Lesnar versus Ika Man.
He fucked this dude up. I mean, it's just it just seemed like he was too had too much adrenaline, and it was just too jacked in the ring because he looked like he dumped this crack on his neck about 2-3 times. Yeah, and he's hyping himself up. 10 months, 10 months. I'm like, oh man, you might need to calm down for you hurt no boy in the ring. You don't want to be getting back and you put somebody else on the shelf because you've been on the shelf. But yeah, no, it's fine. He needs to come back, get some dubs. And then yeah, these three hoes are great again. All I need is like Pat McAfee to come back during like Takeover 36 or something, like when he was paying them, and get old number 2 back in the lineup, and then them 4 assholes are gonna cause some trouble.
Frankie, Jesse, and Robert Stone interviewed.
Yeah, Robert Stone's a cuck now, so he's gonna be bound down to Frankie. So I mean, she's a hot thing going right now, getting her wins. Got her first official loss, so we can get that shit out the way. Didn't take 8 years like Karrion Kross getting rolled up 5 minutes of Jeff Hardy. She got a legit loss in a tag match. So and plus hyping up Casey and them from last week. So I thought it was a pretty good spot as well. But yeah, if she wants to take control, that's fine with me.
Up next, Bobby Fish versus Roddy Strong. You want to talk about free money? We have Bobby Fish, the kickboxer, versus the Messiah of the backbreaker, Roddy Strong, of course, with Diamond Mine. Roddy's hair looked like it's gradually growing back after the final round of chemo.
Oh my
Bald
God.
spots. Fish with the upper hand, leading into commercial picture-in-picture. A fight on the apron leads to Fish kicking Roddy face down into it. Roddy turns things around with a backbreaker, of course. Later on, Roddy fakes a knee injury to get the upper hand. Fish lighten up Roddy with kicks. Fish's nose bloodied by a knee strike by Roddy. Roddy with the backbreaker. It's a great fucking match. Had I known this was the last time we were going to see Bobby Fish, I would have appreciated it more. But Ceizar, what did you think of Fish versus Roddy?
Just two guys who've known each other for years, put on a great match. Two fucking great workhorse guys putting on a fucking classic. Fucking free money. This in the main event was fucking free money. Great matches overall. This could have been the main event too. I would not have been mad. But it was well placed in the show to get the viewership up, and just being stuck watching two fucking classic guys just killing it in the ring. Now we'll never find out unless it gets rehired. But yeah, Bobby Fish coming back, it's not even like, wasn't even throwing me off that he was taking some L's, maybe getting a win or two, but taking L's. But he's fighting, he's by himself. So like, they're not pushing him to the moon. But like, it would have been great to see like fucking him and Swerve and him crackers with Elgato. It would have been great to fucking see them chop it up or whatever. Maybe him getting the North American Championship. We'll never know now, unless he gets hired back. But yeah, I thought this match was perfectly great. Everybody looked good. Everybody had their spots and their moments. Didn't look like anybody really overpowered who. Just came to the end. Old Messiah got that dub. Wasn't mad at it.
Gretzky, thoughts?
Yeah, I love this match. This was great. I actually I'm out of way to go out if you're Bobby Fish. Man, that sucks. And Tyler Rust too. Two of the dudes who were on TV for this match are gone. Like, why is Tyler Rust getting? I mean, why anything getting released? But why is Tyler Rust a guy who you just put in a new faction?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Diamond Mine's getting killed. Diamond Mine's getting killed from the start. I mean, they released fucking Shafir and some other another dude or two who were supposed to be in the group, and now Rust, who is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, bro. I mean, this was phenomenal. I mean,
Thanks
Bivens
a lot,
also was.
Nick.
What? No, I think
he said thanks a lot, Nick.
I read some report that it's actually Vince.
Oh.
I read some report that like Nick Khan doesn't. I mean, again, I don't know if it's true. I just saw one check mark on Twitter.
Shit ain't true. Vince can take the heat. Nick can't take the heat.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Vince can eat the heat of, look, I'm always going to be the bad guy. And at the end of the day, it's my company or whatever. But the real rumor is they're talking about going back into the Thunderdome with all the uptick in Rona.
I heard that too.
So-
Because they don't
so-
have any place booked after
Hold on,
Vegas.
Yeah.
Ceizar, you already covered that in your Hail Ceizar earlier. So Bretsky, go ahead and continue with the match, please.
You know, this is a phenomenal match. I mean, what else can you say? Free money. Like I give this. Oh, this is great. I was just happy watching this. It was just two dudes, just two guys being dudes. You know, just two wrestlers being wrestlers.
Two guys being dudes.
Yep.
Yeah, just guys being dudes.
Couple of bros, couple of dudes.
Yeah, just
having a match.
Throwing it out. You know,
Afterwards, getting a beer.
Yeah, you're getting a beer, getting some tights, and hugging each other. You know, it's two guys being dudes.
Having a good old cry. I'll whoop your ass, bitch. You can't do it again, motherfucker. Bet you can't.
You know, that finishing sequence is awesome. You know, I've seen Fish guy actually legitimately busted up a little bit, but that was an awesome looking fucking backbreaker, the side of the backbreaker. So, you know, this is fucking phenomenal. And what a
If I was
song.
Fish, if I was Fish, I'd be like, yeah, it's gonna take 18 months to get my nose healed, so you guys got to pay for all my
Knowing how fucking glass bones Fish is, it might be true.
Yeah.
Up next, LA Knight and Grimes backstage. LA makes Grimes wear the Butler gear for their match, and they both have each other's backs.
The Butler gear's got to be in 2K22, by
Shine
the way, as an
my
alternate
boot.
gear.
Shine my boot, Vanilla Virgil. Knight and Grimes versus the grizzled young vets. They cut a promo on the way to the ring, just like
they do.
Only they know how to do. It's a very pro Grimes crowd as Knight and Grimes do trade a couple of tags, but Knight abandons Grimes, leaving him to take on the GYV alone. Grimes whooping ass, double Hurricane Rana. He's going to the moon, not quite. The grizzled young vets win with Ticket to Mayhem. Wade blames Grimes for the loss. Beth and Vic get their panties in a bunch over that. The $1 Million Man gives Grimes another pep talk, helps Grimes to the back with his chili meat hanging out his fucking shirt. We also get a Samoa Joe video package, but before we move on, Bretsky, your thoughts on the Knight and Grimes backstage segment, the match, and the $1 Million Man giving a pep talk.
It was a great backstage segment. I mean, they only have great backstage segments, even when it's just a mild thing like this, setting up a match. Him making him wrestle in the Butler gear, by the way, is genius. That was awesome. I really hope it's a 2K22
Never take off the
alternate
suit.
gear.
Never take off the suit.
If it's an alternate gear, I will die happy. He's so funny. But
he should wrestle in a Butler t-shirt.
yes, like the tuxedo shirt.
And with the jacket with the pants, but it's like they look like slacks or something, but they're like tearaway slacks, so they're shorts.
Like sweatpants. He's like, "What are you wearing?" I'm wearing the thing.
I'm wearing my wrestler Butler gear. What are you talking about?
But no, this was a great match. I mean, I think that this helped everyone involved. It gave GY the grizzled young vets a great, a good win, a bounce back win after they haven't been doing much, and they need to get back in the hunt. You get Knight and Grimes on TV as a phenomenal tag team because, of course, they're a phenomenal tag team. You get the story development of Grimes and Knight. Grimes looks like $1 million, no pun intended, because of the fucking. Oh, it was, but I hate lying to you, Caesar. I can't lie to you for long. But this Grimes looked like $1 million. He was whooping ass, and obviously the 2-on-1. As Million Calorie Man knows, you can't really win in handicap matches. Same thing, unless you're Sticks Adam.
You sir.
Unless you're Sticks Adam, of course.
The miracle.
The miracle.
Go check out After Party Pro Wrestling on Main Grief Field's YouTube page.
You gotta put that stupid face on the shirt. That picture is great.
Yeah. Then $1 Million Man, of course, came out, and it was all great. It was all wrapped up in a nice little bow. It wasn't obviously a 5-star technical classic in the Tokyo Dome, but it was great on my end.
Tokyo Dome gets 2 more stars.
It was good storytelling for the future. But Ceizar, what did you think of the whole package? Knight and Grimes backstage, making them wear the Butler gear, the match, all the whole kit and caboodle.
These two guys, if it wasn't for the $1 million title, I would not be mad at the thrown together tag team with these two assholes. I know sometimes sometimes we complain, but it seems NXT does it right. Ciampa and Thatch, these two motherfuckers, Jesus Christ, these guys are gold. Segments, they can still hate each other. Like we said, they could be like the next Team Hell No and hate each other, but realize that when they're in the ring together, they produce, and it would be awesome. Yeah, the grizzled young vets, I feel like have a lost art that nobody really does since back in the day Attitude Era. The promo to the ring when you come out to the music and it's still gold. Basically talking shit on the way out. Not as a promo, and then you come to the ring. The promo to the ring. And they kill it every single time. They don't miss. It's not like they're stationary in the ring and think about it. No, they're coming out, they're talking trash, they get in the ring, and they whoop ass. It's great. The match was great. The match was fine. If I have to complain, and I'm being real nitpicky here, I'm being super nitpicky here, is that if the GYV are the GYV, like 2 years in a row, almost Dusty Cup winners, high-rated tag team, why were they getting taken to the woodshed for like 7 minutes by Cameron Grimes by himself? That's only me being really picky. That's the only thing I could complain about. Like, not to say Grimes isn't good, not to say that he's funnier now, but he's not that mega star that could do that in a match, you know? To me, he's not at that level yet. Like somebody like Ciampa, yeah, I would expect that. Or like somebody like Johnny or somebody, or maybe even Thatch. Thatch really to me isn't there yet either. But he's not at that level. Neither is LA Knight at that level to like, you know, try to fight back 2-on-1. And he was in the ring with both of them for at least 4 to 5 good minutes, handling work, whooping both their monkey asses at the same time. And that's just me being nitpicky. But other than that, this match was great too. And it was a great follow-up match because it gave me some sports, gave me some entertainment after the great sports of the Bobby Fish and Roddy Strong match.
Up next, it is worth mentioning the Samoa Joe video package and the wall butt taking credit for Straight Sonya video package.
So good.
Chef's kiss, right? That was.
No, come on, fellas. Come on, stand up. Stand up. Give her the standing O. Jesus Christ. Oh, that promo was perfect.
When it comes to video packages, few come close to NXT video packages. Incredible.
Oh, fuck, this was great.
And I gotta say, I wasn't too sure about Dakota going heel, but this convinced me.
Johnny and Candice were interviewed after this. They know what's best for the family. Then we get a Joe Gacy video package. He's a nobody, but again, NXT video packages make you care about him. Adam Cole suffered spine and neck compression, but next week we get a face-to-face with Regal mediating that meeting between Cole and Kyle.
It's actually just going to be like his actual contract negotiation, but they don't tell him.
I know.
They put him on the spot on TV.
So he's going to sign like a piece of paper, but it's really going to be like 6 more years for like X amount of money.
Regal pulls off his face.
It was me. This match is released. No.
Yeah.
Speaking of release, it's the NXT Break About to Be Released tournament continued. It's Ginger versus Gacy. Caught tail end of this. Ginger did a unique counter to Gacy on the top turnbuckle, then won with the 450 stomp. I've never seen that before. Trey Ginger advances.
That match was good.
Zoe Stark takes Aew out for sushi.
This was gold. This was gold. I love it.
No way. This was shit.
This
was shit.
I'll have what she's having, Zoe says. Zoe can't handle spicy food. Aew makes her pay for the food. Zoe asks the waitress if she knows. Aew, are you from Japan too?
Okay, this was gold, but I hate it for the reason I'm going to talk
racist.
Oh my God, like you're the one to talk about that after this episode.
The main event. Dexter is misunderstood. Beth is nervous, by the way. After this, Cross jumps on the announce table. Who provoked who, Joe? Security cannot hold Joe back. Joe in ring, murdering the security. Then we get a Dragunov Walter video package. Bretsky, what did you think of? Well, there's the Johnny and Candice interview. the Joe Gacy video package, the Adam Cole news. What
Okay.
do you think of
So
any-
Match.
the Johnny and Candace interview, yeah, I mean, you're just more setting up the match, but it was good. And I love the idea of Johnny being the dad. Like they're fully pulling into Johnny as the dad, and he's overprotective. I love it. And then we get what was next? The
It was
Gacy?
just a video package for
Joe
Joe
Gacy video package.
Yeah,
And
made
then
me care
Dakota
about
Kai
Joe
video
Gacy.
package.
Maybe more interested in him. I feel like I've heard that name before, maybe because I'm from Jersey and like I think he wrestles a little bit in the Jersey area, so I might have like seen that name on a poster every now and then. But
The
no,
Adam
kid made me care
Cole-
about him.
The
What?
Adam Cole news about the injury.
I don't
which
think
is
it's
of course
real.
fake.
Yeah. But no, it's funny because I mean I know why he wasn't there. I know apparently he was up in Stanford. You know, going through negotiations, and if they can't throw all that money on him after the fucking, I think, you know, when I was in my meeting today with the 2.0 guys and the other guys that were all working together, I think someone brought up that they've released either 108 or 180 since the pandemic started.
Jesus Christ.
Or since 2 Aprils ago, which is insane. So if they can't free up that capital for Adam Cole, baby, then if it comes out that he didn't resign, and it's
Hired
because
all
of,
those people to pay Adam Cole.
like, if it comes out that he didn't resign and it wasn't like the reason wasn't like, oh, I want to go to AEW to be with my wife, then if it was cash, then what the fuck's happening there?
I read that he had a personal one-on-one meeting with Vince McMahon and
me too.
want him on the main roster. They gave him the SmackDown future plans and the Raw future plans. I guess it's just up to Adam Cole now. For
He's going to SmackDown. If you go to Raw, you kill yourself.
I hope he goes to SmackDown. I want to see him face KO in a feud. That would be fucking awesome.
I want to see him fight anybody. Main event Jay. I don't care. Cesaro, Seth Rollins.
Oh, Cesaro. Oh, get the party started.
So
Get the
Gretzky, Ginger versus Gacy.
your live Uno, but this is a good match. I mean, Trey Baxter, I came out on the podcast and said it. I was not a fan of Trey Baxter when he had that match with Kushida. He didn't do anything for me. He did more for me in this match. Maybe it's because of the opponent. I don't know. But I was a fan of Joe Gacy. I was a fan of Trey Baxter in this match. I mean, it wasn't like a classic. Would I go back and watch it? No, but it was still pretty good. I enjoyed it. I had myself a time. I was kind of on my phone during it. Kind of like Ceizar mentioned for the trios tag on AEW. It was kind of like on my phone a little bit. I kind of looked up every now and then, like, oh shit, this is kind of good. You know, so props to them. They kind of pulled me back in. Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see. I don't think Trey Baxter should win at all. I think it should be Odyssey Jones, or the fucking Duke Hudson, one of them two. Oh man, but no, Carmelo Hayes is good though.
That's what I'm thinking. Sticks. I think Sticks said Carmelo Hayes is gonna win.
I think he said he's
Yeah, I think he's right.
Carmelo Hayes is really good, and he's gotten a lot of endorsements. But yeah, so I guess we'll see where it goes.
Defend the Zoe EO segment, Bretsky.
It was horrendous, but in the best way. It was because it's EO being a piece of shit asshole to Zoe Stark the entire time. And Zoe being the new girl in school was like, I just want to fucking hang out with people, dude. Like, I don't care. Like, it was funny. It's like, it makes sense. It's like fucking, it's obviously not on the same level, but like when Team Hell No went to the diner, it reminded me a little bit of that. Like, it's Zoe being like, listen, we got to coexist, and EO being, fuck you, I just want to have the gold. I don't really care about you. And Zoe trying to care, but EO not caring is incredible to me. And then the lady going, I'm from Kansas. What? All right.
Give that shit.
It was just funny to me. I mean, like, obviously it was cheesy, and like there were parts of it where it was like, okay, that's stupid. Like, but they went about it. If they went about it the right way with the right two people, and it's a way to get your tag champs on TV and try to character develop your tag champs, and I liked it.
Cross provoking Joe.
You know what's a really fun game I like to play? Aew and Ceizar. It's a really cool game I like to play. It's called Forget That Raw Exists, so that I can enjoy carrying Cross on NXT.
Nope.
It's called the block Raw out of my brain cells.
Yeah, that's what you white people like to do. Like, you like to think like, you didn't rape history, way back in the day and kill the Indians and take their land and shit and enslave Negroes. and y'all just think everything's fine. But no.
Where did
shit exists?
This
Shit
motherfucker
exists.
gets APPW championship, and now he's got a fucking. He's on his soapbox now. He's fucking.
Where did that come
Shit
from?
exists, Bretsky. Everything exists. You cannot play Raw didn't exist just because Cross got beaten 2 minutes by Jeff Hardy.
I'm gonna start a Change.org petition to tear down the statue of Jeff Hardy getting his hand raised.
I don't give a fuck. He beat that cracker. It's in the books. It's in the books. You cannot cook the books. The mob tried it and they got caught. You can't.
All right, Bretsky, finish your thoughts.
Oh my god, did you just say Enron, Ceizar? Did you just say Enron?
No, I just said the mob tried to cook the
Oh,
books.
I heard Enron. Like, what the fuck? An Enron reference on this show? But
That's
no,
gonna offend our 3 viewers, Ceizar.
One of them's me, so I'm not gonna be offended.
It's Ceizar, Tony Litsky, and Brother Quarter.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna watch this shit at work tomorrow, so you're getting one less view.
How dare you?
But no, it was good. Like, it makes me sad to think that Raw, because I mentioned this in chat. If they had him debut on Raw against Keith Lee, and beat Keith Lee, and then Keith Lee beats him, way better, because he doesn't have Scarlett. He's by himself, a new stage, and Keith Lee's Keith Lee. But the Jeff Hardy thing.
Fuck, I forgot he lost to Keith Lee.
Yeah, but that was fine because then he won the next week.
Hang on, Ceizar. Hang on. Go for it, Bretsky.
You know, I mean, it was good. NXT Cross is untouchable, of course. I don't know where Scarlett is in that fucking, in the graphic for NXT Takeover, but
on the beach.
she's out with Shotzi and Brandy Lauren, another casualty of the W releases. But no, this is good. Who Provoked Who? I love the Who Provoked Who line. I love that line, and I love the Provoke Me T-shirt. So I think this is great. And then Joe just going, I'm just fucking standing in the ring and yelling like for 2 minutes and beating up a security guard.
That was the worst scream ever, Bretsky, but go ahead.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna fucking scream. My dad's working in the next room. I'm gonna fucking full on scream. But no, it was great. I enjoyed it.
Ceizar, please don't replicate that scream. But what did you think about the Ginger versus Gacy matchup?
Well, I think Johnny happened first.
Oh, my bad.
And that's gold. You did like 8 segments. You did and you're getting drunker.
Johnny and Candace were interviewed. They know what's best for the family.
Yeah, they know what's best for the family. They're always funny. Then Gacy had his
video package.
Promo package. Yeah,
Adam
they
Cole.
get invested. Adam Cole, yeah, it's a shoot. That Eliminator soon to be fired match was good. Yeah. But the fact that you said you missed the beginning, you don't need to rewatch the whole match, but the fact that you missed a little bit of it, like you missed a good match from open to close. Yeah, the 450 stomp is new. Looked like he has control over it really, really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can tell you why I missed it because of in-laws and bad timing. For instance, when we started recording, I don't know if you noticed, but I started talking to someone off screen. Horrible time. But I digress. Sorry.
Yo, shout out Mangria's in-laws.
Yeah. Shut up to the in-laws. Yeah.
Yo, is Andana there? Can we get Andana on the pod?
Yeah, shut up, Dan. Then that match was really good. Then what was next?
Actually, Ceizar, Who Provoked Who?
Oh yeah, old Cross with 2 L's on the back of his shirt. Now because of the most dangerous 3 letters in all of sports entertainment, RAW. I mean, let's be honest. Jesus Christ. No, this is a great segment, and Joe choking the security guard is still holding him, petting him to sleep. Cross, I'm coming for you. Shut up, security guard. Yeah, man. All right. Was the dinner segment funny with fuckery? Yes. But these bitches have the tag team gold. And they're on TV shooting dumbass skits. Why does Aew have more gold again? Why is she shooting dumbass skits? Yeah, bitch mentioned Carrie saying, and I thought was gonna throw some fucking chopsticks in her eye. I fucking thought that was funny. She threw the squid all the way across the room, and it'd have been funnier if it got stuck on the sea tank or whatever. That would have been funnier. Yeah, of course she's not eating raw. This was a little bit racist. Don't bring out raw ass octopus and shit. Bitch like, eating this shit. Fucking crazy Japos eating this raw octopus and shit. And then trying to get it to go. Yeah, Io just being a dick because Io's a dick. They're either gonna fight or like Io's maybe, I don't know if Io's gonna turn around, but Zoe Stark's probably just gonna get pissed off and hit this bitch with a chair or something, and Io might learn to respect her or something better. I don't know, but yeah, they're the champs. They should be on TV. At least somebody trying to gun for these hoes while they're trying to get cohesive units, and like that's the best opportunity to take the belt off the champs. Motherfuckers don't like each other. Somebody should have had Caden and them show up in the restaurant, like showing what true like friends and shit are, and being like, oh, what y'all bitches ain't cohesive like this? Y'all don't get down with each other? How y'all the champs? Maybe we coming for the title, bitches. Probably would have been better if they don't film that soon. It's just a waste of time.
I have a thought.
Okay, here we go.
Go ahead.
Liquor's kicking in.
I think one of these teams is gonna have this scenario. I'm talking Grimes in LA, and I'm talking Io and Zoe. One of these teams might have this scenario where, like, one of them gets jumped by a team, like they're getting the shit kicked out of them in the ring, and the other one's like walking up the ramp and then looks back and is like, "Fuck!" and then they run back and save them, and then that starts like the olive branch to them being friends. I think one of those maybe the grizzled young vets beat the shit out of LA Knight.
Zoe Stark?
That'd be awesome.
No,
that'd be awesome.
Of LA Knight and Grimes just walking up the stage and it's like, oh fuck, and like he goes and saves them, and then that starts the olive branch of friendship. I don't know. One of those teams might have that, but I digress.
It would definitely be more Io and Zoe than it would be. I think Knight and Grimes never need to click. They need to either be heels and be dicks to each other, or the way it is now.
Well, I mean, you could say the $1 Million Man might have like, you remember what was the guy, the doctor's name who did Brian
Shelby?
and Kane?
Dr. Shelby.
What if $1 Million Man is the one that gets LA and Grimes? Like, you guys are exactly the same. Don't you see that? Like, or something.
Yeah, but LA Knight whooped the $1 Million Man's ass. I don't know if he's gonna forgive him for that. He literally whooped his ass in the ring.
Those are my side notes on that segment. But now, gentlemen, we have come to the main event of NXT. It is a love her or lose her match between Johnny Takeover, Johnny the Way, Papa John, Johnny Gargano versus the God of Goats, Dexter Loomis. Quiet you, Beth says to a negative Wade, commenting if Dexter loses. The real superstar out of everybody involved in this situation was Beth Phoenix.
Yes, indeed.
Trust me, because the intro of this week is the line that she said. I will digress later. Okay, Wade slips up and says the power of love. Beth all over him about it. See, you joined us. Yeah, it is the power of love. And Big Dick Vic's like, yeah, the power of love. And Wade's like, oh, that's not what I meant, oi. You don't screw with my family, Papa John, channeling his inner Toretto, shouting at Dexter at the beginning of the match. I have a whole goddamn page of notes, by the way.
Of course you do.
As Johnny gets the upper hand on Dexter, on the outside, Indy comes out, pissing Johnny off. We get index chants throughout. Dexter goes under the ring. Indy goes under the ring. Candace comes out and asks Johnny to help pull out Indy from under the ring. They pull her out, and it turns out she was hanging on to Dexter, pulls him out as well, but Johnny attacks, leading into the commercial picture-in-picture. He reapplies his headband and then goes to town on the God of Goats, putting him in the Russian leg sweep, but he turns it into like a modified abdominal stretch. I don't know if you guys caught that. I've never seen that before. Haven't you ever wanted anything this much? Vic asked Wade. Yeah, I want to get away from you, oi. Wade says,
Jesus Christ.
after Johnny launches himself through the ropes, hitting Dexter into the announce table, Johnny tells Beth, this is all your fault. Beth says, the heart wants what it wants, Johnny. Dexter gets a 2.5 count on Johnny. My heart is pounding. I thought this was it. I thought Index was coming to fruition before our eyes, but not now. She said it all breathy like that too. That was hella funny. Then she goes, my blood pressure. Dexter locks eyes with Indy and signals for the elbow drop. He misses the elbow drop. Johnny with the Gargano escape. Dexter gets to the ropes. He was reaching out for a tender touch of love, Beth says.
He fucking rubbed her cheek.
When it comes to Index, like Beth is all over that shit. Dexter accidentally
His edge is on the road. She ain't get no dick.
Dexter accidentally knocks Indy off the apron. One final beat DDT on the outside and the inside of the ring for the pin for the win. Johnny and Candace escort a sad Indy up the ramp. But the hunger for God cock was too strong. Indy jumps.
He wrote
Dexter,
that too. He wrote that.
Kisses, and of course, Beth with the line. She shouted this. Index is happening and nobody can stand in the way. Beth Phoenix closes out the show. Index is a thing now, regardless of the match results or not. Ceizar, what did you think of the main event of this week's NXT The Lover or Loser match?
Yes, this was great. Pure Beth, pure Betty Phoenix entertainment. She finally got to show her chops. We've been laughing at Wade picking up the slack for so long. Boy, with his Spotify and all the other fuck shit he likes to say. Trying to give Mandy Rose my number. And all that other fuckery.
Oh yeah, no Mandy Rose. The whole episode.
No Mandy Rose this week. Well, Frankie just got a promo, so no Mandy Rose. This is a great main event. We know the God can wrestle, and we know Johnny can wrestle. It's his last name. Everything was great. Candace and Johnny trying to drag away the God, and Indy grabbing her by the hand so they're not dragging him away. He was caught in the fucking submission, and he touches Indy's face because he doesn't want to tap out, and then grabs the rope. Johnny's all mad. Then when Johnny hit that one final DDT in the ring, and he's just looking at her like, yo, Johnny wrestling. I gotta pin him. You gotta get the dub. Man, it's fucking Beth Phoenix. Yeah, this whole time she was fucking skeeting under that desk, man. It's goddamn 2 feet of water under that desk that's Big Dick Vic's shoes is puddled in.
Flicking that beam, man.
Flicking that beam like Mean Joe Green. You know what I'm talking about? Jesus Christ, bro. That's a Mexican jumping bean under that desk. She was fucking getting it. Yeah, man. The entertainment value was like a 10. The fucking wrestling is like an 8 or a 9. This is a great main event. He gave you all in one. I was sports entertained. I was sports entertained. I got no problem with this match.
The Great Bretsky 99, the main event of NXT. Beth Phoenix, of course, the shining star. But what are your thoughts, sir?
Oh, the shining stars of Primo and Epico. I miss them. But anyway, back to that. This is so good. This is soap opera. And it was beautiful. And it was played out over fucking months. And it paid off because the match didn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Which is the best.
She gonna throw that puss at whoever she want.
Oh my god. It was great. I mean, the match was obviously great. You got Johnny wrestling, you got Johnny Gargano, and you got the guy to go to Dexter Loomis. This is, I think, the most emotion he's ever shown in his face in the ring.
Yeah.
And it was really cool to see that.
Especially when he went like this. Like, he's never done that before.
Oh yeah, that was Indy's elbow drop.
Yeah.
That's Indy's finisher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I was actually annoyed commentary didn't notice that because that's Indy's finisher.
Yeah, like Beth should have said some shit like that.
Like, oh, that's Indy's finisher. Oh my
Damn
god.
it, Beth. Damn it.
And then Vic says, security, get a wet floor sign, something. And then
Oi.
Wade says something like on Spotify. But This was great. I mean, it's what you want in wrestling because you don't want just wrestling and you don't want just character. You want a mix of the both. This was character. This was entertainment. This was wrestling, and it wasn't a heavy lopsided on anything. It was great wrestling, great characters, great entertainment, and I loved it. And they went to fucking town in the ring. What the fuck? They're still there to this day. Legend has it. They're gonna open up NXT next Tuesday, and they're
gonna be still in there kissing and humping, dry humping.
Good lord, she was like at the end of the segment, at the end of the fucking show, and then before they went to black, she was sitting up. She wasn't like squatting. She was full sitting on him,
sitting on the cock. God,
good lord. I mean, there might be something fucking real there. What the fuck? That went. Good lord. But no, it was awesome. It's just such a fun way to close out the show. Like, it just left everyone with a smile. And Johnny pinning him and going like, oh, it's a match. Like,
yeah, it's a match. The only thing funnier for future booking is if Dexter would have won, and then he has to like start hanging out with the way. And then when Austin comes back.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, what is really going on with Austin? Is he injured? Like, what the hell's going on with him?
Yeah, fucking, he's been like, I don't know. I think he's called up to SmackDown.
What? Oh,
if you check his Instagram, he had like a picture with John Cena at SmackDown, like in his gear.
Oh man!
And like it was like when John Cena came back. I think he got called up. So. Because remember he said he was leaving, and I think
I think they're having him work dark. They might be having him work dark matches on SmackDown.
Yeah, I think he's working dark matches on SmackDown. But like,
that's a
it's not in Florida because SmackDown's traveling, so he's just kind of like there. But it would have been way more funnier long term if he comes back and he's like, "You replace me with the guy who kidnapped me? What the fuck is this?" And then like he tries to him and Dexter have a feud so he can get back into the family. Oh my God, that should have been funny.
What I failed to mention in my notes, I'm just recalling it now. Wade, he's always against it. He said something about Poppy, like, "Oh, he's trying to get with Poppy.
Like he's a god.
Rejected or something."
Another, I don't know if this is the line you're talking about for the intro, but Beth Phoenix goes, "That could be your future son-in-law, Johnny."
Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. It would have been great.
Green card has entered the chat. All right, gentlemen, thank you for your time. Let's begin the plug segment. Bretsky, go for it, buddy. You're Mr. Busy over here. What you got?
Oh yeah, I am Mr. Busy. 1 second. Okay, yeah, I'm my phone's fucking insane.
The 10
nowadays
people who listen to this need to know this, Bretsky. So go for it.
Of course, yeah. First off, since it was just on my phone. The show rules 2.0, Everrise 3.0, whatever the fuck you know them as. I've been working with them. We're getting a lot of different. I think we're up to 6 people now, alongside both Matt and Jeff and the other guy Aaron, who they work with. Who, if you watch the behind the shows, then you know who he is. He's kind of the moderator there, the host, whatever you want to call it. The show rules 2.0. If you watched AEW, if you've ever watched NXT or all any of that shit that you've seen them on Everrise as 2.0. They're fucking great guys. I mean, just from talking to them a little bit, they're awesome dudes. Really nice. There's their YouTube. Go to their YouTube page. The show rules on YouTube. Also on Reddit, /the show rules. Twitter. I think that they're actually there's a show rules Twitter. They're making Instagram. They're on TikTok. They're making all this other shit. So go check that shit out. Go support the boys. I always liked them anyway, but the fact that I've gotten to work with them is such a huge honor for me. So I'm gonna support them in any way possible I can. There you go. There's the show rules on Reddit. I'm actually manning that. So if you see TGB99 on Reddit getting replied to by the show rules on Reddit, that's me talking to me. Dude, go check that out. Go support 2.0, the show rules, whatever. We got live shows on YouTube, the behind the show, every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Actually, this 8 p.m. they're interviewing Dave Meltzer, unless something comes up. Uncle Dave Meltzer, for all of his controversy. I think they're mainly talking about like when he wasn't super controversial, when he was just a journalist. So it should be a very interesting interview. They're getting more, looking to get more people. Eddie Kingston was the recent Chew of the Week. They get a new guy, a new wrestler, non-wrestler, whatever it is, for Chew of the Week every week. So go check that out. I think they have stuff on Saturday mornings, the Thursday nights, live shows. They got a bunch of other shit going out. So go check all that stuff out. As for me, I am on Instagram at thegreatbretsky99. I also have my own podcast. That is right. Who the fuck doesn't have a podcast now? I'm in that trend. It is called the Faux Pod Podcast. I get it. It is THE space FAUX space POD. There it is on Mangria's screen. That is episode 65 with Marissa Halkett. Don't take life too seriously. The most recent episode. Go check that out. You want to hear just me shooting a shit with a friend of mine, mainly in college, but some outside of college, like Mangria episode 13, Ceizar episode 26. You might be hearing from Ceizar again relatively soon. Just a little hint, wink, wink. But just me shooting the shit with a college friend. Talking about what it's like to live in college, what it's like to be a kid nowadays, and what they're looking forward towards the future. So go check that out. We're on Instagram at thefauxpod.cast. That's at THEFAUXPOD.CAST. We're on Twitter at thefauxpod_cast. Online www.thefauxpod.weebly.com. And you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Good Pods, anywhere else you get your podcasts. Go leave us a 5-star review, follow, share, retweet, listen to all the episodes, and go have fun. And also watch APPW, all the other episodes of the Tripod. Follow Six, follow fucking Ceizar, follow Mangria, and tell Serendipitous to go fuck himself. Same with JH. Happy birthday, by the way, Zankris.
Julius _Ceizar, the brand new APPW heavyweight champion of the world. What are your plugs, sir?
You can find me at
the Great Bretsky.
Who cares? You can find me at Julius _Ceizar, just posting memes and dumb shit, having a lit story usually on a weekend night while I'm trying to get right and get the cantina back into shape after we burn that bitch down every fucking weekend. So if you do have free time, the cat jumped out the other window. If you have some free time, you can see me with that title right there.
Oh, you got it, Ceizar. You got it. Pick it up.
With the asshole who I beat, who's below me. I don't know where he is on your screen. Him and some other
on my screen. Yeah, I'm in the proper place above you.
Yeah, actually. I don't really give two shits where you are on your screen.
Well, I'm also the good Bretsky. Don't forget, I'm the good Bretsky.
Yeah, the good Bretsky. You're the good Bretsky. Fighting the Southern douche who decided to wrestle twice in the night and then show up for a championship match and be a complete idiot, even though he's smarter than everybody and they're fucking plebes. He talks to his robot women in a club that Cameron Grimes owns that don't blink. I don't know.
From what I've been told, their eyes were just so in shock and so in awe of the great.
Apparently they were.
Like, whoa.
Apparently they were. They were in shock that some fucking douchebags in the club in a dirty ass robe because he was crying about losing a decent mania to a guy. I don't know who that guy is. But yeah, that all happens on Mangria Field's YouTube page, just like this. Shout out Aunt Donna for listening every week or whenever you can while we say ratchet shit and you Google it at work. And it's really all not safe for work. So if you're watching this, please Google that shit at home. We don't need you getting fired from your job. Why are you looking up booty meat? We don't need somebody.
My nephew mentioned it on a podcast.
Yeah. Only that right there is really my only plug. And then maybe I'll show up on the Good Bretsky's Faux Pod here with maybe some other fuckery we gonna talk. I have no idea what we're gonna talk about. Some real fuckery. I might just get blacked out and slur my way through that shit.
That's not the Ceizar I know.
Who would think that? Yeah, and go definitely go mention the other people that we talked about. Old Cynic, Chaos, who's a bitch, and Serendipitous, and old dumbass Trash You, Pizzank. Wish Pizzank a happy birthday. Go to Chris. I think what is it, Zank Chris on Instagram?
Yeah.
Zank Chris, ZANKCHRIS. Go to his Instagram. Pick a picture. Doesn't matter. Just write "Happy Birthday, Piss Zank" from the boys. Just write it up there. Make it day. You really only have today, but I'm pretty sure happy belated birthday because it's almost midnight. It's almost a new day. Happy belated birthday, Piss Zank. Go up there and make his day. And I'll write that shit. Actually, I'm gonna write it now. If you see my comment somewhere, follow that one.
Well, people, thank you for watching. Thank you, Bretsky. Thank you, Ceizar, for your time. The Tripod boys getting back together here. But yeah, like they said, I'm putting all my fucking energy for APPW. Even my wife's getting pissed off. I had to delay the release of Dynamite so she doesn't feel neglected.
Bitch gonna get divorced for a video game.
This week's Dynamite
The
is
reason for divorce, APPW.
APPW.
this
Can we have
week's
divorce court on
Dynamite-
this as a segment?
This week's Dynamite is really, my God, it
It's
changes a lot. It's gonna be, it's good. Check it out. Whoever's watching this probably already checked it out, but check it out again. Get my views on
Something.
it.
There's some surprises on there.
Oh, shout out to Troy, the edit guy. Troy, the edit guy is a G.
Yeah, we love Troy.
He's blacked
awesome.
out over there in the corner. But
Yeah, that's the Troy I know.
Sunday Night Skeet debuts in 15 minutes.
Well, they would have
Sunday
already
Night
been able to
Skeet
watch
will
it.
drop immediately, midnight Eastern time, in which we see, actually we hear from the APPW Woman of the Year, the APPW Women's Champion, Juanita Greencard, commentates a match.
I'm excited for
Also,
that.
The second match has championship implications where the Great Bresky 99, the man who's allergic to W's, takes on former APPW champion Ray Phoenix. Whoever
Everyone's
wins,
favorite, the most
whoever
popular
wins that
APPW
match
champion.
will go on to episode 10 of Dynamite to take on, well, he's probably gonna be somewhere different when I upload this, but right now he's right here. The current APPW champion, Julius Caesar, will defend his championship either against Ray Phoenix, APPW's favorite luchador, or the great the great Bretsky 99. One of those men will go on to episode 10 to challenge for the championship. But the main event sees our champion in action for the first time since winning the championship. Julius Caesar, in a non-title match, will take on the heavy of the Fudget Club, Brock Nicer, in the main event of Sunday Night Skeet.
Shit name.
You know, we'll just see who's better. Who puts their money where their mouth is? Is it our champion or is it Brock Nicer? I don't know. I guess we'll all find out together in 15 minutes.
That's Brock Lesnar for any of you who don't think, who didn't realize that Brock Lesnar was not part of Right to Censor, but terrible.
He's correct. But anyway, folks, thank you for your time. Thank you, Bretsky, Caesar, the tripod, always awesome. Next week is going to be very different. I can tell you that right now. But yeah, until then, ladies and gentlemen, all hail our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Unless you're Jewish, like me.
Fuck it.